Many mysteries beyond the power of the human mind to comprehend. Did you know the village is supposed to be infested with ghouls and vampires? Vampires.
It was a big monstrous thing. I saw it leap across the alley and into a window.
Does that appear the mark of a human being? Or a demon? God save us, the devil.
Neighbors that we'd known for years, drained of their life's blood, found dead in bed, lifeless skeletons of skin and bone. But how else can we explain these terrible deaths? Thousands of horrible flying creatures which infested the town for weeks. Vampires are at large, I tell you. Vampires.
Many mysteries beyond the power of the human mind to comprehend. Did you know the village is supposed to be infested with ghouls and vampires? Vampires.
It was a big monstrous thing. I saw it leap across the alley and into a window.
Does that appear the mark of a human being? Or a demon? God save us, the devil.
Neighbors that we've known for years, drained of their life's blood, found dead in bed, lifeless skeletons of skin and bone. But how else can we explain these terrible deaths? Thousands of horrible flying creatures which infested the town for weeks.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We are live, Boog.
Oh, we are live. Yes, sir.
We're officially back at it.
That's crispy.
Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Articulated Comic Book Art Podcast, episode 115, if I'm not mistaken. I'm your host, Boog Nice. Got my peoples with me. I got the real Colonel. Colonel Crack is with me, the Fabster, Rick Dom,
What up?
Pan Cheesy. We here on October 31st. It is Halloween
Spooky.
night. It is a full moon for the first time in I don't know, a lot of years on Halloween. It is a blue moon.
Oh,
Shit. All right. We celebrating.
Spooky.
Yeah,
So,
look,
what's up?
we're all getting festive. We're all getting in the mood. Look, I'm dressed up as somebody who actually likes Star Wars,
So
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I don't believe you.
which
The
means
number
my
one Star Wars
expertise on the
podcast.
subject this episode is going to be really good.
Well, you know we are the number one Star Wars podcast. So
Absolutely.
Look, I'm wearing a Luke Skywalker. See, this is the symbol of Luke Skywalker right here.
Oh my
When it
god.
comes to Star Wars news, we're the #1 show.
We're here to make sure everyone's got a nice spooky time.
no doubt, we right off of the heels of the first episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian. We'll be talking about that. We got a few things on the docket. We're trying to get in and out, you know,
Yeah,
like a beautiful woman.
When
Hell
a man loves a woman.
Oh man, that's for November 1st, boys. It's still October 31st. We're more in a Monster Mash type of mood.
A graveyard
Um,
smash?
But with that said, we got a little Marvel Legends action happening. Very little, and it's more of a follow-up of something. I'm not actually going to wear this helmet. I'm not committing to it. I can't hear anything. I can't hear you guys. If my headphones were
30
tied into
seconds in, and he can't commit. Look at this.
I know. So good.
I think people saw right through it, unfortunately.
It's all right.
But it's not really like a story. It's more like a follow-up of something we talked about last week. Of course, we had that slight leak from our friend Rectangular, who had that slight picture off to the side of the cyborg Spider-Man. And as you know, Hasbro loves when people leak stuff out early because it gives them the opportunity to then follow up and fully reveal and announce it. So we have the full reveal here, Poncho on the screen here.
Yep.
Take a look at our new cyborg Spider-Man friend. which is cool. Yeah, I mean it is real.
It's real, baby.
Yes, sir.
Did we wanted this, right? We thought this was a cool idea.
I mean, yeah, we talked about it. I talked about the history behind this comic accurate look for Spider-Man from the Revenge of the Sinister Six story and Spider-Man back in 90 something. It was up on the A.C.B.A. Instagram too. There's a quick little post with a picture with the official images of Spider-Man here, and then a quick little write-up too somewhere on there. There we go.
Yeah, here we go.
All right. One of you guys want to read that? I ain't got my glasses.
December of 1991, Spider-Man Revenge of the Sinister Six, a 6-part miniseries that ran from issues 18 to 23, was launched. The series description reads: the Sinister Six return to take revenge upon our favorite wall crawler and an unsuspecting world. With Dr. Octopus's new adamantium arms and help from the other dimension on the side of the Six, Spider-Man decides to round up his own band of allies, the Hulk, Ghost Rider, and the Fantastic Four. It all adds up to the ultimate high-stakes face-off. Read your comic, kids.
There you have it. So it's maybe it's a good possibility that we will get some of those supporting characters that appeared in that story in figure form. So there was the Smart Hulk, and there was Ghost Rider. There was I think Sleepwalker had made a quick appearance somewhere in there. There was that other dude with all the guns with the green. I forget his name.
Green guns.
No, it wasn't Maverick though.
Green guns.
Green guns.
Good old green guns.
But yeah, so yeah, we will. Oh, there's some of the covers. I guess you could see some of the people. Yeah, there's Ghost Rider.
Love that 90s.
Oh, Deathlock. Obviously, Deathlock made an appearance too. He had a cover with Spider-Man, so we'll see some people recreating that, I'm sure. But yeah, pretty cool. Like I said, I think Hasbro just kind of like pulled back on this and was like, fuck you guys for leaking this out, and they waited a couple of extra days. But yeah, we got the official announcement from them. So there's that.
Yeah, I think this is cool. I mean, it's a completely unnecessary look for Spider-Man, but anyone who's like been collecting Legends, they got a Spider-Verse display already. Makes perfect sense to just add a cyborg Spider-Man.
Absolutely,
no doubt.
Why not?
And if you missed out on the regular release of the regular Spider-Man, then maybe you want that and try to break it down and try to maybe make a battle damage Spider-Man or something. I don't know.
Whoa! Now
I'm curious to some of the other characters from this, because if they give us some other tie-in with some of these other characters that we've gotten before, but in new looks or new colorways, new deco. Like another Hulk, the 90s Hulk with just like the Frankenstein hair on top, you know what I mean? Shaved sides. And then if we can get a Danny Ketch Ghost Rider out of this, that'd be dope.
Yeah, that would be nice, actually.
Proper Ghost. We haven't gotten that on any of the Ghost Riders. They've all been Johnny Blaze, kind of classic Ghost Riders, not like edgy 90s spiky Ghost Rider. I mean, it doesn't get more edgy 90s than this. Look how many pouches.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
those pouches,
very 90s. I love he has the bandana that just will always stay on. Never.
Unnecessary. Like, you know what I need on top of my mask? A bandana.
Oh, Boog, I think the mercenary you were thinking of is Solo.
Solo, yes.
It's green guns.
Told you, we're Star Wars fans here, guys.
It's Mr. Green Guns.
There we go.
Mr. Green Guns.
So yeah, that is the official reveal. The entire solicitation for the Cyborg Spider-Man from Hasbro.
Was there anything else Hasbro announced Marvel Legends wise this week? No, that was it, right?
No, that was literally.
I feel like we're missing something and we just don't realize it.
Yeah, I'm sure someone in the chat will let us know. There was another thing that was framed to be a leak, but it ended up being somebody's custom. I guess we can get into that real quick. Just touch on it. So nobody else.
Oh
yeah.
No! Oh no!
He pulled a sneak.
I don't even know
you guys. This guy posted this, right?
Who's that?
New leak? What?
Yeah, I just saw this today, but apparently it was posted like 2 days ago. But I think we came to the consensus that this was a custom. You said, yeah,
it's a custom. This, I mean, just from reading the post here, I can tell he didn't actually frame this to be a leak. It's just a joke.
It's funny. I've actually watched. I've been watching this guy on YouTube for quite a while. He does some pretty nice customs. So it's cool to see his world leak into this specifically. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, here's that same custom in hand. Just a custom, everybody. Don't be alarmed if you see this and you're like, "What? I have to set aside money for this."
Yeah, I love how
You're
we
not
did nothing wrong. The mistake in it being a reveal was on our part.
Right.
I'm just telling him to fuck off.
It's just fake news, you know.
Oh boy.
Fake news.
If you only read the headlines, yes, this is a new leak.
Why did you guys tell the truth?
What body is that?
This looks like the Pizza Spidey, no? No.
No.
This is the Sunfire.
Is it?
I think so. I mean, just looking at the legs.
Gotta look at those gams.
Look at this. That's the Sunfire leg. Sure.
Either that or the Bullseye, but maybe. Is that Sunfire and Bullseye the same? I don't remember.
I think so.
Which who?
As always, people will correct us. Or maybe Rectangular himself will pop in here and let us know what's what.
Come on, Rectangular.
That's Marvel Legends, though. I mean, it's real short. We're literally just touching on it. It's a pretty light news week, if we're being honest.
Who are you touching on?
Well, Rick, I know what I was touching on. I don't know what you're touching on, dude.
Oh boy.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. We are having a spooky old time over here.
What was next?
I was just about to pull it up. We got a little NECA action here.
Whoa!
So, NECA with a pretty big and actually very spooky reveal today with
Hell yeah, they're sick.
a couple of ultimate 2-packs based on the Puppet Master. Has anybody seen the Puppet Master? I've never seen it.
So spooky.
Yeah, I've seen it. There's more than one of those movies, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a whole franchise.
5 of them? How many Puppet Masters are there?
Oh, there's 4 in this picture, apparently.
There's a lot. I'm pulling up. We're learning this live. The audience is going to learn with us.
Learning this live. Fabio with the wiki. Not even being covert.
Right now.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Fucking
Do it live.
sucks.
Damn thing sucks.
It looks like there's 14 films in this franchise.
Holy shit.
I knew it was a lot, but I thought it was like 6.
Well, this Wikipedia article has them listed out of order, but they're in series chronology. So this is the chronological order of it. It looks like the original Puppet Master film from I think 1989 is the 7th in the series.
So good.
That's fucking amazing and terrible.
I've never seen these. I know they have a cult following. You know, I'm not like a huge like horror head. I like the big hits. You know the.
Dude, what the hell? You were a NECA fan?
Kind of guy
You weren't a
necessarily.
big horror head?
That's true.
The only all I can think of is like that Dawkins song. We're the Puppet Master, but that's something else.
Now you're throwing me off, man.
No, I really don't know much about Puppet Master, but I think people are pretty stoked about this because it's right up NECA's alley, really, and like these designs are crazy. It's kind of surprising to me that they would go the ultimate route right away with like a new license like this, because the bodies are so like crazy. But I don't know. I feel like this works better in retro. Something niche like this.
No, we don't want those damn retro bodies, man.
That's true, but I mean
Those
that's
things suck.
NECA surprised us. I mean, clearly they're pulling this off.
Yeah, and it would have been extremely easy for them to just go that body route and just be all like, "Fuck it, we'll just make some
make them all buff B. Arthurs."
Yeah, exactly. Let's we got a couple of those Golden Girl bucks laying around, huh? Let's just use those.
Got a couple of B. Arthurs and Blanches laying around. Come on, do it.
Yeah, that
Betty
should be
White?
a thing. We made the Bucky Cap mold something for the past 10 years. We got to do the B Arthur mold.
We sure did.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, so what? Hasbro gets a pass, but we want to do a bunch of B. Arthurs? It's the end of the world? You could hear Randy now.
I'd take a few different outfits of B. Arthur. Why not?
Oh, yeah, man. I want her golfing with her ex-husband. I want her nightgown outfit. Sign me up.
I mean, these look pretty cool. It looks like they got good accessories and everything. NECA's always going to do up these ultimates right.
All I see is a custom Goomba from the Mario's movie with this guy happening right now. That's all I see.
Ooh, dude, you know what that could be? That would be sick. Once I say it, Boog, you're gonna be like, damn, that would be a dope Guido in plain clothes.
Oh yeah, it would.
That idea's for
And
free.
that style. Yeah, in that style for sure.
I'm just curious how big these are going to be because these are supposed to be like puppets, right? Like almost like
Mhm.
dolls. So I'm wondering if they're going to be the same size as like the Chucky and Tiffany. You know?
That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Could be
No,
worse.
that'd be fine. Yeah.
Come in.
Yeah, I still have my Chucky, like not that one, but the one that came in like the box and stuff, the NECA Chucky. I still have that on
Right.
card. Big shout out to Brandosaurus. He bought that for me. And I still haven't opened it. The disrespect.
He's a dad now, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Shout out to Big
You
Papa
just reminded me
Brandosaurus.
about something when you said Brandon's name. Damn it. What was I gonna ask you?
Godzilla.
Oh,
The disrespect
Chucky. No.
continues.
It was a Chucky. Didn't we see a tease of a Mafex Chucky like
Ooh,
last
we
week
did.
sometime?
We
I don't
did.
think we
We
discussed
absolutely
that at
did.
all. Did we?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
link to that. I'll post it up here.
Hell yeah. Is that
Anyway,
it for
that's-
NECA? We can just move right into that Mafex.
Yeah. I think that might be it for NECA. Let me take a little peek on their Twitter.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
Pancho, while he's taking a peek on their Twitter, can you send him pictures of the Imagination Works Goku?
Oh yeah. Thank you. I meant to
Yeah.
ask you to remind me of that.
All right. Yeah, I hope someone in the chat can educate us a little bit on Puppet Master because I'm not really up on this one. The
Yeah,
figures
last
look dope. But I wish I were like a bigger fan so I could tell you like, oh, this is correct and this detail looks great, but I honestly just don't know.
I think the last time I watched Puppet Master was like when it was on TNT.
Oh gosh,
TNT.
right after
What a
Nitro?
network.
Yeah, you know that, baby.
Wait,
Was
is
that right
TNT
after
still
Nitro?
around?
I think so.
Hell yeah, TNT's still around. Quality programming
AEW's
from the
on
Turner
TNT,
Network.
right?
All Elite Wrestling every
Yeah.
Wednesday. That's right.
Okay.
Killing WWE right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cerrone Games Go says this guy right here might make a good Detective Chimp from DC.
Now you're really cooking. So
Yeah.
many games go.
Cerrone Games Go, bro.
So good.
Good stuff. NECA always doing it right. They know the franchises. They're going to do them well. If we're looking at some other supplementary Puppet Master material, this is apparently the DVD collection of all 14 films.
Holy fuck.
If we could run through these, we got Puppet Master 2,
No,
Puppet
come
Master
on.
3, Puppet Master 4,
The pattern going
Puppet
on.
Master 5, Curse of the Puppet Master, Retro Puppet Master, Puppet Master The Legacy, Puppet Master Axis of Evil, Puppet Master Axis Rising, Puppet Master Axis Termination, and Arcana of the Puppet Master.
Woof.
Is anyone sick of hearing that word?
Only a lot.
Yeah.
How about a lot?
At what point do like the executives really sit down and go, you know what? I'm kind of over numbers right now. Like,
Sometimes it's a combination. Like you get Superman 4,
that's
like Superman 4: The Quest for Peace.
The revenge of the fucking shit.
what a title. The Revenge of the fucking shit. So
Alright.
good. You want to loop around back to Hasbro and talk about the Power Ranger stuff real quick?
Yeah, we could do that.
I just have
Yeah,
Marvel Legends.
I
I
like
forgot
these
that was
Power
what
Rangers.
we forgot, the fucking Power Rangers 2-packs.
We always forget about the Power Rangers, dude. And there's some Mandalorian stuff too, but I guess we'll get to that in a sec. I don't know why it's not here either.
You'll find it.
You talking about the Power Ranger stuff that was revealed from
Yeah.
Hasbro Pulse or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, the two
Well,
packs.
look at their Instagram.
Yeah, I'm on there right now.
Boom.
Here we go. That's what we're looking for. Our spooky Fan First Friday reveals for Power Rangers.
A truly spooky figure.
And then we've got Mighty Morphin Puppet Master. Wait,
Oh my
damn
god.
it. Pumpkin Rapper. It's all starting to look the same to me.
It's fucking Halloween.
This is Halloween right here.
Fuck, it's
Halloween.
That's it.
Oh, he comes with pumpkins? All right, well, this is a must-have for the pumpkins.
Does he only come with 3 pumpkins or what is it? Like you would I would cuz like in the show like they get pumpkin heads instead of their. God damn it, Rick! They get pumpkin heads instead of their helmets. So it's kind of, man.
I wonder if you can pop these off and put
so
the pumpkins on top of the ranger helmets,
I'm trying to remember that episode. I don't know if I remember.
or on the ball pegs even.
There's a bunch of whack bars in that episode. You probably wouldn't remember it.
They better do that. I'm gonna be disappointed.
Was this one voiced by Bryan Cranston too?
No. So great. But yeah, a lot of people really digging this. Like, I wouldn't say that he is among my peers. I wouldn't say that he is like one of the more memorable like villains from Power Rangers. But I think like just him like, you know, putting out whack bars the entire episode was pretty memorable.
I'm surprised they didn't do that pig guy. He's much.
Yeah,
he's like
the
one
food
of
fight
memorable...
pig guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a head with limbs.
And all the head.
And Cap Lives is confirming that you can put these pumpkins on the ranger bodies.
Tight.
Like,
That's what I thought. Kind of a weird move. Kind of a weird / genius move to give us 3. You got a double dip. Incredible.
Yep.
So good.
Pretty sick. I feel like the paint is maybe like a little lacking. I know
that's what a lot of people are saying.
Like
there is.
I don't know. It looks pretty flat.
There is a slight wash on it. There were some other photos. There is like a very slight wash. You can see it in like the grooves of like the head. But what a lot of people are saying is like the cutouts for like his mouth and his eyes, that should have an additional wash as well. But like but somebody found like the actual reference image from the Sentai show. It's really cool because they put out a couple of years ago. They put out these big fat like hardcover books in Japan where it's like all the sketches and all the original drawings and production photos of these like monster suits from the Sentai show. It's an incredible book, and somebody found like the reference image they probably used for this one specifically, and in that reference image his eyes are not painted. It basically looks exactly like this, but once you watch the episode, it's very clear that like they went back and they painted his eyes. And a lot of people are saying like, it's just the lighting or something, but like realistically, like you're gonna want to hit this thing with like, you know, some sort of paint in his mouth and his eyes and stuff.
Or is this going to be another Power Rangers figure we're going to have to email Hasbro Pulse about so they send us a replacement head?
It's not as egregious as that, what was it, Dino White?
Right, Dino Thunder.
Yeah, but at least with this one you can do it yourself. I was speaking to somebody in some comments, maybe I think it was the A.C.B.A. Discord. I was speaking to somebody, and I was thinking that, you know, obviously each like pass with paint apps or a wash is a cost for them in the factory, and I feel like they may have been able to subtract that from this production and maybe even add another one of those pumpkin heads or something. Yeah. It's just, I feel like that in particular is a good use of like managing the budget for a figure. If it's going to come down to like between a wash that you can something as easy as like coloring in like the mouth and the eyes versus giving you a whole other accessory, then definitely go for the whole other accessory.
For sure.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Accessory overwash.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think the only thing really throwing me off on the deco in this, like the mouth and the eyes could be darker. Like if I'm comparing it to the picture here, the other thing that could be darker is the space in between the stitch here.
The zipper.
That I feel like that's something that looks like is throwing the whole thing off for me because it's so flat. Yeah. There's no depth to the green. Like a darker green wash inside that would have set that off. I
would imagine that and the eyes and the mouth would have been in the same pass, and they just nixed the entire thing.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're gonna have to get 2 of these, huh? If you want to cover all your Rangers' heads, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, you are.
That's it. So the next,
I mean, you could use those pumpkins for all kinds of stuff too. So a huge
I guess we'll talk about pickups, but I actually just got the Red Ranger in.
Oh, nice!
Hell yeah!
Today.
Oh, the Amazon sale one, right?
Yeah.
Next,
so that's one of the Power Rangers Mighty Morphin villains. The other one is King Sphinx.
King Sphinx, baby.
Fuck yeah, King Sphinx.
This one is really cool. I really dig this one.
Yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, but like you guys are saying, man,
they have.
These things just need a freaking wash or something, man.
They really do. They didn't even paint his nose, but then again, that's so simple. Like just painting the nose, I can totally see them.
It's tough. Like when they have the image so stylized, it's difficult to like make those direct comparisons. But yeah, like the same thing. Like it's just those darker highlights that the whole line seems like it's missing.
Yeah, absolutely.
This looks fine. I mean,
This looks
it's
good.
a dope
He's supposed to be big as fuck too. Somebody did a size comparison to him in terms of the boxes and stuff. You can even see his peg holes.
yeah?
His peg holes are pretty small in these photos. You can tell a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
So he might be like a whole head taller than the rest of the Rangers or something like that. So it's pretty great.
Yeah, that's cool.
And this is a deluxe figure, or this is
Yeah, it's a deluxe. I think they're going to retail at 30, I believe.
okay. So they're doing kind of like what Legends.
Yeah, they're always like
they're building figures.
they're always $29.99. Those deluxe ones.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then these 2-packs are going to be 39 right here. I'm stoked for this, man.
Yeah, this is dope.
I think
I like
Power Rangers in Space is more nostalgic to me than Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Like, of course, I watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers first, but like, there's just something about Power Rangers in Space that was like, I think it was like truly the first like actual new, like the new, like, because like previous Ranger seasons had like a bit of the old cast in it, and like there was always like generations of old Rangers mixed in, or somebody that was with an old team. But this was like the first like absolutely new team, new like direction they went in. I believe, I could be wrong, but
I think Tommy is still there though, right? Because I'm thinking this Red Ranger is
no, that's a whole new
JC.
dude. No, that's
oh really? Okay, I thought this was JDF.
No, he looks a lot like him though.
Right?
It's funny. The actor looks nothing like him, but sure.
No,
the
the sculpt does for whatever reason.
Yeah.
It's funny because the actor that portrayed Andros right there, the Red Ranger, he was very like lean and thin. So like he looked when like they switched over to the Sentai footage, like he was probably the only guy that truly looked like he was actually in that suit. And then the actual Lightning collection, the most screen accurate quote unquote Power Ranger figures ever, fucking roids him out. It's incredible.
But you can't put the Red Ranger in a multi-pack. I mean, the Red Ranger is like usually the leader, right? So they have to be re-releasing this Red Ranger somehow.
Yeah, I think they probably re-release him with like a different head sculpt or something, like they did with Zach or something like that. But I mean, the 2-pack for this does make sense because, spoilers for a 23-year-old show, that is his sister. So
yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, like it makes sense, and that's like the main villain of the season. So
let's go.
In that sense, it makes sense. So I'm pretty stoked on this. It's funny because in this season he gets like a battleizer mode or whatever, and like you can tell it's so crazy. Like they switched to him in this crazy silicone suit where he has like these big ass like muscles and shit. It's so funny. And then like the figure looks closer to that, which is funny to me. And then this one's really cool too. I love this, man.
So we got a B squad and an A squad. Okay. Now we're getting crazy. 2 Power Ranger teams in one incarnation.
So good.
I'm going crazy here. Looks good though. This
one's nice.
I mean, the paint slop every now and then aside in a $20 retail line, whatever. I think the Power Rangers line is actually really, really dope. They've been doing some really good stuff, and I think they've been very clever about the multi-packs and the deluxe figures. Like there's really it's like a complete collection now. It really feels like they've gone deep.
Yeah, and then with each new wave,
the Alpha and the Zordon, something that I honestly didn't imagine they were gonna do. Maybe the Alpha, but I didn't imagine a Zordon.
No.
That was pretty sick.
Hey, can we share that picture of Kanye West as Zordon?
Hell yeah!
That was like the funniest shit I've seen all week.
That's so good.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that shit's so good. It's the one where he's with the I think it's in plastic and paint. It's the one where he's actually in the background with the girls dressed as the Rangers though. Looking P&P.
Yeah, Kylie and her homies dressed up like the Power Rangers, and he was fucking Zordon in the background.
Hilarious.
The city dead ass needs you.
So good. So funny.
Yo, you guys watched his Joe Rogan interview?
I did not.
I was listening to it.
But it didn't make any sense.
I can't even watch the whole thing all the way through. I got to take it in like bits and pieces. It's like
I was disappointed
jumbo,
that
bro.
Joe was so lax on him. Maybe Joe just didn't want to lose him.
That's what everyone's saying. It was the Kanye West podcast featuring Joe Rogan.
How, Joe?
Yeah, because Joe wasn't like challenging him on anything. He wasn't really like. I mean, he did ask him a few tough questions. I guess that kind of was
in
just
the beginning.
damn. And Kanye's responses were just fucking weird.
I just told you.
Right? Yeah, but more, please. That's not an answer. Yeah, I gotta rewatch it. I feel like it's one of those things that's worth listening to a couple times because there's a lot to unpack in that.
So good.
But I mean, these Power Rangers, of course, also a lot to unpack. Very deluxe set coming to you from Hasbro, and you got the Blue Ranger B Squad versus the Blue Ranger A Squad. Really good stuff. That's it for Hasbro. We're moving on.
Next is Bandai, right?
Did we ever talk about this real quick? The 3-0 Snake Eyes?
No. Let's go. Let's go in.
112 scale? Or no, I'm sorry, 1/6 scale? Oof, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not crazy for Hasbro to license out G.I. Joe to, more premium companies. I wonder if anyone who's been wanting, like, Mezco G.I. Joe, if this is feasible.
Yeah, I wonder. That would be... I think that is a more ambitious collaboration than 3-0. I think 3-0 is great, but I think they're just niche enough for them to be all like, yo, you want to collab? And they're like, all right, tight. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Is this the same thing that we saw teased like a few weeks ago and we were trying to figure out what company it was from?
I think so.
Do any of you guys own any 3-0 stuff?
I do not.
Yeah, I'm pulling up these pics. There we go.
Hell yeah.
I delivered, baby. And then the next one is where Kanye's behind them as Zordon.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's the other one.
I don't know who any of these girls are except Kylie Jenner.
I don't know who any of them are either.
I'm posting this on my Instagram. This is fucking amazing.
That's really good.
Oh my god, this is the greatest Halloween ever. From that picture.
What a spooky Halloween special, everybody.
I know.
What was you saying? Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out. I feel like we saw Snake Eyes teased somewhere, and we were trying to figure out if it was Mezco or something, or maybe that was a custom. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. This is the only like kind of new Snake Eyes that's been revealed. Looks dope. I mean, I love his design.
Yeah, but I know, Boog, you said you don't own any 3-0. Fabio, Rick, do you own any? Rick, do you? Do you own any 3-0 stuff?
The only one I own is of the fucking Guts.
Oh, shit.
Or maybe that's... it's either 3A or 3-0. It's the same fucking company, you know what I mean?
It's not the same company at all.
Yeah, it's fucking...
I thought they were 3A, and then they had to change to 3-0 for some reason.
Is that true? I don't know. I don't know, man. That sounds... Frankly, that sounds made up. I don't know.
That sounds made up.
I have a couple of 3-0 stuff. I have a Genos, a One Punch, and well, that's it.
I think those things got expensive now, Poncho.
Sorry, go ahead.
What's their scale again?
1/6, right?
1/6 scale, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Okay, I thought so.
What were you saying, Rick?
I said I think those figures got expensive. Remember when you got them for dumb cheap?
Yeah, so that One Punch always goes. He's always on like weird ass sites like ThinkGeek. Well, ThinkGeek doesn't exist anymore, but like it used to be on ThinkGeek all the time. Like Amazon used to have weird listings for it, where like the picture wasn't even the box; it was just him like mad crumpled up out of the packaging, like with a with like a digitally enhanced like white hot background, and he would always be like for $100 or whatever. And then I found that Genos at like on eBay for like $100, and I think that guy listed him so cheap because he knew that things smelled like smoke, and he didn't disclose it at all.
Damn.
Real quick,
Did you get out the smell by putting it in the freezer?
Yeah, of course. Freezer, drying.
If we could dwell on this picture for just like a moment longer, because I love nothing more than like really breaking down an image.
Let's go.
And the more I look at this, the more I love it. Right? Okay. Look at their glasses.
Mm-hmm.
Their glasses are actually in the shape of the correct helmets.
So great.
Like the detail of this, all of their suits, none of them are the same suit. They're all tailored differently. You know, she's got the tube top, right? She's got the turtleneck. She's got the I'm gonna call it a boob window.
Boob window.
She's got the halter top here, and then whatever this is, the strap, and then the dude's wearing a t-shirt. Cool. And then also, this man up here is on the presidential ballot. I don't know if anyone knows that, but you see that option, just kindly move away from it. I know it might
Please,
be
for the love
tempting,
of God, don't.
I know it
do
might be
it.
tempting to put him in as fun as it was to write in Harambe like we all did, but
Oh boy.
it's not worth the meme.
No.
Not yet.
Captain McKay says ThinkGeek doesn't exist anymore. Do you mean online? I was just in the store today. It was absorbed by GameStop, so all
That's
of
right.
their existing physical locations still have ThinkGeek branding, but I think ThinkGeek.com just directs you to like a new subsidiary version of their website on the GameStop.com website. What a GameStop.com website. What a stupid sentence that was.
I'm confusion.
So good. But yeah, that's it for, I guess, Hasbro for sure until we start talking about Star Wars stuff.
I don't know if we're getting into the Star Wars now or if we're still waiting, but
we'll probably get through this main list and then we'll swing back to Star Wars.
All right, cool. So I got this Goku pulled up here.
Yeah, Giku. Let's go.
Yeah, some Gaku.
Some Giku.
Was
yeah,
this,
you know.
What else was for Bandai, Rick, or was this the only thing you were thinking?
I think that was it.
Well,
is there something else that I'm missing?
Out of the box, that Mexican reviewer, he got Piccolo, so he did a review on Piccolo, which is pretty great.
Really?
Okay.
But yeah, this Imagination Works Goku. People have been blowing up my DMs, asking me if I'm gonna get this ugly ass out of scale Goku. I am.
It's not just
tell them how
scale.
you really feel.
It's funny.
It's out of scale with like everything.
Absolutely everything. You know what's funny? If you really fuck with the model kits, there you go. You got your displays because the model kits are pretty big.
Well, you know what? He's in scale with anybody that's short.
That's true.
Like he's in scale with like Krillin and
yeah.
like Gohan. That's it.
So fun. He's in scale with his own child figure.
With his own child figure. There you go. Maybe that was the intention the whole time. Now they're pulling the okey doke on you.
That's true.
Wait, but I mean, it looks all right. What's wrong with it?
Well, so like the figure itself is not ugly. It's just the articulation itself is a little questionable. Like,
it's so strangely done.
The cuts for like the clothes and stuff, I understand. Like, like cutting it with the folds of his pants and whatnot. But like, I don't know, man. I think at 1/9 scale, like they really should have gone with some sort of soft goods or something like that. Because
what I was about to ask is like, how much longer are we gonna have to wait for a soft goods, smaller scale Dragon Ball line? Because everything about the costume design, I feel like, just rewards the soft goods.
It's interesting because like the way that Akira Toriyama draws like those folds in his pants and stuff, it's surprisingly difficult to pull off with soft goods. I know Rick knows Real Action Heroes, that 1/12 scale line did soft goods Piccolo, Goku, and Gohan, and like those folds are like stitched in to their clothes.
Yeah.
It's kind of strange. So doing that in a smaller scale might be a little difficult. But like, I don't know, this line, like they teased it forever ago. So long ago, we were still doing weekly podcasts back then. So funny. But like, I remember we talked about it at like their Tamashii event, and they had like a very like ominous preview where like it was like the silhouette of him in like a single lit glass display, and it was like 3.0's coming or whatever. And they were going to boast like a completely seamless design for a new Dragon Ball line and stuff like that. And they also teased the same for a Senseiya line as well. But then, yeah, that was going to be another completely seamless line too. But like, obviously you can tell here, there's cuts everywhere. It's not seamless in the slightest. Like, there's a cut.
I think only the arms are seamless. The elbow joint.
Even his, like it's just his from the bicep down to his wrist is seamless, and like even I don't know. I think that's kind of weird.
It's super weird because it kind of bunches up. You can kind of see it.
Yeah,
right
that's
here.
not how your bicep works, man. It's so funny.
Yeah, it reminds me of like, did you guys ever see that fucking Mike Tyson that was released, where he has like that rubber body, and every time like his elbow closes, it literally like.
It's a fold.
It looked like fucking fake skin folding into itself.
It's weird.
It looked like what it is, fake skin folding.
And a lot of people are really concerned. Like a lot of people in like tropical locations and stuff are worried about the silicone like cracking and peeling and stuff. Like You know, if you're
like the whole Dragon Ball fan base, yeah.
yeah, for sure. And like that's a big concern. Absolutely. Like even in like the Hot Toys community, you know, like cracking of like your silicone seamless bodies is like is a big deal. And it's just unfortunate that now that's going to be an issue in the Dragon Ball community as well. I also think like if you scroll through the photos where he's doing like a Kamehameha pose or something like that, maybe it's not in these, but like some people have gotten it in hand. And so like right there, this one right here, the way his like shoulder is like drooping, kind of, it doesn't really look like it's in the socket or anything like that. That articulation is kind of strange too. I don't know, man. It's a really strange look for this whole thing. But I mean,
yeah, look at the texture on the suit.
Yeah, the texture is odd too. It's like he's wearing like a thick corduroy. Like what the fuck?
Right.
And what's crazy is that their suits are never drawn like that.
No, they don't make these. They don't make these pants in bootcut anymore. God damn.
No, like they've never had texture like that before. So I don't even know where they're getting that from.
It's
like,
strange.
Even if it was like made out of like a traditional canvas gi, it wouldn't look like that. Like
No.
I don't understand.
What company is this?
Bandai.
This is Bandai, yeah. So it's odd.
Huh?
It's a 1/9 scale. Imagination Works.
Yeah, it's like their new line.
Okay.
Their new 3.0 line or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of people have compared it to like if you're into like the statue world for Dragon Ball, like they look like the Grandista statues, like just articulated, and like the art style of like the heads and stuff really lend to that, which is pretty cool. And in that sense, that's pretty tight too. But trying to cater to like the statue collectors, like they specifically don't want articulated figures, so it's kind of strange.
Yeah, like there's
My
no need
eye
to
keeps
try
getting
merge
drawn
these
to those
two worlds.
knees.
Yeah, the knees.
Right?
The knees are
It's
a
hard not
huge issue, for sure.
Yeah.
Like
That looks weird.
people, you know, from McFarlane to Bandai, man, these people just don't understand that it's okay that statues is one world and action figures is another. We don't need them to come together like that and give us this shit.
Absolutely.
Like, there's already seams all over the figure. Who the fuck cares about seams on the arms? Look at how ugly those knees are. You think we give a shit about the arms at this point?
You know what's interesting? Like when he stood up straight like that, it looks passable. But like as soon as you like bend him, boom.
Oh,
Look at that pose. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's wild. Like you won't be able to get him in like passable, you know, Dragon Ball. Like even a Kamehameha pose like that is strange. I do like his like the eye technology and stuff. Like he'll have interchangeable eyes and stuff, which I think is pretty cool. But like,
I like how much more angular they are when they're Super Saiyan.
Hell yeah.
I could see myself getting like one of these
Yeah.
just for like, you know, just
A
to
multi-scale.
have as a display piece.
Mhm.
I'm
And to
honestly,
maybe do some MSD stuff.
That's
I'm
what I was
honestly shocked that they didn't go with Piccolo first, because that's kind of like the tradition with Dragon Ball. Is always go Piccolo first.
I think now because like it's so much more immensely popular than it's ever been. Like they thought like, you know, Goku is an anchor character.
Yeah.
For sure. So I can see that. Like before it was just all like, yo, we love Piccolo. Let's do him first, whatever.
Yeah, let's do Piccolo.
But yeah, like it's out now. It's like coming out, I think today or yesterday or something. So if you have them pre-ordered on like import sites and whatnot, you should be getting him soon. Who knows when the fuck we'll get him here? Maybe in like 2 months.
Maybe.
But
could be soon, could be not.
yeah, but like I mean, I don't know, dude. It can go like either way. I truly see this maybe like because it retails for like $100, and I think like we're gonna see it like on sale pretty fast. So it's kind of hard to jump in. But like,
Oh yeah, this is the kind of figure that like come February you're gonna see for like $50-$60.
yeah, so like I'll like buy in to support the line full price, and then if I want a second one for like a Super Saiyan like exclusive display or whatever, then I'll get that on sale. But like
Right.
I'm just hoping that this is like a situation like the Shoto line, where the first wave of the Shoto line was like really weird. They were like crazy small, even smaller than they were before, and the articulation was like pretty lackluster. They were like basically like candy toys. And then like when the second wave came out, that's when everybody like started paying attention, because like they upped the scale just a little bit. And then like the molds got better, the articulation was way better, and like a lot of people compare the Shotos to just like little mini SH figure arts now. So
yeah, they're incredible figures, man. Like when you look back on what we got, it's like, damn, these things were fucking crazy for the price.
absolutely, yeah. Serena Game says his knees look like a PS5. Incredible.
For
wow,
sure.
Cerrone, you're a maniac.
He says
Why
that-
would you say something so controversial?
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah, so, he says his knees look like the top of Cell's head for real.
Oh, God.
Janemba?
Cheddar says, Rick, blow a kiss at the camera. There we go. Woo!
Oh, that's cute. All right, we can move on from this Dragon Ball guy. What's his name? Gakyu?
Yeah,
Yeah, we can move on.
Geeku.
And we got another kind of like interesting topic, which is the Action Figure of the Year award.
Hell yeah.
Is actively being voted on right now, and there's some interesting nominees. Some things that like you might expect, and some things that are like, wait, that's not even out yet. Why is that nominated? I'm trying to find like a list of them, but here we go. Categories.
Yeah, just to give you guys some insight, usually this thing happens around Toy Fair, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like this usually happens around Toy Fair. I don't know,
I think you're right.
The International Toy Association, I don't know. They try to get a bunch of like influencers and different people to actually join this when you do your membership for Toy Fair. Basically, they try to get a bunch of people to join, and you can vote and whatever. I actually get a ballot too. I guess if you've attended Toy Fair or you're in the industry in some form or fashion in some capacity, they usually send you a ballot so you could vote. So it's not catered specifically to this audience as far as like a bunch of action figures. I mean, it is toys, but yeah. So I do believe last year, I think P, you mentioned this, that something Marvel Legends was part of this the voting, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, Marvel Legends was nominated last year. It didn't win though. That was the 2020. Technically, we're voting on 2021 right now. But the action figure of the year last year that Marvel Legends lost out to, it looks like, was the Disney Pixar Toy Story basic figures from Mattel.
Yeah, but you got to think like this is the entire toy industry. So like for them to make it on that list is actually a pretty great accomplishment. I know a lot of people see stuff like this, and like for people specifically in our community and stuff, they like kind of bat an eye at it or whatever. But like this is it is kind of a huge deal just because of how huge the toy industry as a whole is. Like all of us know whenever we go to Toy Fair, like actual articulated figures that we mess with are such a small part of that entire venue.
Yep.
And
that's what I was going to say.
Everybody is trying to sell you fucking silly putty and like kinetic sand or some shit. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, the actual area where the shit that we care about is pales in comparison to the rest of Toy Fair and at the actual toys and like a fucking whole section of just teddy bears and a whole section of just fucking like cars on tracks and like this and that.
Like a quarter of the booth is all those like blind bags.
Right. Well, for example, like Lego got construction toy of the year last year as well, but there's a specialty toy of the year category as well that they won, and it was the Stranger Things upside down house.
Oh wow.
Where
that was dope.
It's like two sets, and like depending on whether you want it to be regular world or upside down world, it like flips back and forth. It's kind of crazy.
Yo, Lego's been doing some crazy shit lately. Like that Nintendo set. Did you see that? That one is crazy.
I didn't see it.
Not just that, but the little electronic Mario. That is so dope. It fucking reacts to when he's stomping on things and when he kicks. It's just so dope.
Yeah, the Mario Lego set itself is actually really sick. And then the Nintendo set that I mentioned earlier, it's like you build an NES, you build a cartridge, and then you build a tube TV. And then like there's a screen on the tube TV, and it's like the world from like World 1-1, and then you crank a little crank on the side, and then the Mario is on like on a lever. And then as the world turns, like the lever will go through these grooves and he'll like go through the level and stuff. It's incredible.
It's
crazy. And it was like $400. So
I was about to say that. I'm about to say Lego is not cheap, bro.
they sure are.
Yeah.
Yo, dude, this is BS. We got the fucking Simpsons house. We got the Friends Cafe. Where the fuck is Jerry's apartment?
That's what I'm saying, man.
What the hell's going on?
That's what I'm saying.
When are we? So let's quit these games, bro. Let's quit these games, Lego. Where's Jerry's apartment?
Knowing Lego, they do Friends first, unfortunately.
They did. They did.
That's true. They did do it. Oh my god.
They did do
I
it.
just want to get into the official definition of action figure of the year right here, and
Let's
this
go.
is toys that represent a person or fictional character intended for active, imaginative, and narrative-based play.
Interesting.
And that's we need to keep that definition in our heads as we move through all of the nominees here, which I can't find like officially listed anywhere. It's gonna have to go to our friend like ShartimusPrime, who has like an overview of each kind of nomination. But this is
Yeah, I was going to say that this was actually a big deal for him too. Obviously, like the Toy Fair being nominated through this is a huge deal for whoever is nominated, regardless of whether or not we agree with it or not. And him actually getting an opportunity to kind of preview this stuff was a big deal too. I actually spoke to him on we spoke on the phone actually because we were talking about something else and we ended up talking about this. And I said, "Yo, man, it looked like you did not really enjoy shooting this shit and had a lot of edit." And he was
what
like,
I wanted
"Yeah,
to say is that like we're gonna try to have a little fun with this. This is basically like we're gonna just go through all the nominees. But if you like want to get an actual detailed look, like definitely go watch Shartimus' video. We're just kind of gonna run through them because the last one is the one we really want to focus on. So this is just our vehicle to get there.
Before we move on, so people understand just how crazy toys are outside of our own world. You see that toy right there that says Gujitsu?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there's like 4 or 5, maybe there's like even 6 or 7 now Gujitsu toys that go for like $200 because they're super rare.
Oh
And not
God.
just that, but it's very commonly easy that like in every wave there's like a 1 in 500 Bakugan that sells for like $250 and $300. It's so crazy the world of toys outside of action figures itself.
Yeah,
it's pretty nuts, man. Like I have a friend who found one of those Gujitsus and sold it for like $250.
Jeez.
Bananas.
Well, this is all nominees for the action figure category. So all of these are narrative and imaginative based play figures.
Dude, what fucking Saint Seiya is that?
This
That's,
is
Bandai America.
Anime.
I've never seen that thing.
It's
So
it's the
first
Bandai
one-
America line. It's pretty great.
Yeah, I mean it looks just like that Naruto, but I've never seen it before.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the packaging here.
That Naruto's terrible, by the way.
Here's the Saint
Just so you
Seiya.
know.
It's basically like an offshoot of Dragon Stars, right?
You could say that. Yeah, it's in this. That's the best thing we can compare it to for sure. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
but-
I mean, like
Yeah,
just like
that one
Dragon.
actually looks like the best that they've done because I guess like
Yeah.
like it's that like part of the suit where it's the red is like really breaks up everything.
Yeah, a lot like just like the rest of the Bandai America stuff. Like they really go the extra mile with like double jointed knees and stuff like that. But the torso and the waist is where it really falls flat, unfortunately, because there's next to nothing there.
So yeah, as part of the Anime Heroes line, they have Saint Seiya. These are two like separate waves of figures. So there's one wave of Saint Seiya, there's a wave of Naruto.
Naruto.
Again, one of the nominees is this Anime Heroes line. Another one is this is the one I was telling you about, Rick, where it's I forget what they're called. They're like alternation or something like that. Alternation, and they're like humanoid animal people, and I think they're like it's got like Fortnite vibes, like in terms of wacky characters and stuff like that. Kind of cool. And then moving on, there's also the Batman line or the DC line from Spin Master, where they do the little 4-inch figures with mystery accessories. So everyone, every figure has like different accessories, and like the whole point of it is it's a 4-inch line meant for kids. Obviously, collectors still get into it because there's all these like you see here like first edition and all that kind of stuff. There's a collectible aspect to it too as well, but it definitely feels like an introduction for children to get again into like the grown-up adult collectible world
And gambling.
For sure.
A little
sure.
gambling.
This is a loot box IRL.
Yeah, basically. just like my Fortnite.
Right. And you open it, and it gives you like mystery accessories and like missions, quote unquote, to correspond with each accessory.
That's pretty nice.
So, we got some cool stuff, and the figures themselves are actually like kind of decently articulated for what they are.
5 points or a little bit more?
They're a little more than 5 points. They have like a torso.
Oh, okay.
Or
He's displaying it literally as he speaks.
Hell exactly. Yeah. They got shoulders. They got elbows, knees, toes. No, not knees. I don't think they have like actual wrist or
they got
ankle
a knee,
stuff.
isn't it? Yeah,
they have a knee. They don't have ankles though. So like the knee is like as low as the articulation goes, and yeah, they're a little bit less than 5.5 inches.
Damn, a thigh swivel but no bicep. Interesting.
Yeah, right. Well, it swivels at the.
Interesting.
It's cool for what you get. It's definitely not a adult collectible line. And then another one of the lines nominated is the Hasbro Fisher Price. What are they called? Like Little Heroes or something? Like IRL Heroes? I don't know. It's their frontline
IRL Heroes.
IRL Heroes.
What are they called? IRL Heroes.
Whatever, you know what I mean. Thank you heroes. They're called thank you heroes.
That's even worse.
So you get an EMT, you get a grocery store worker, you get a doctor, an Uber Eats guy, and you get a nurse.
Uber Eats? You fucking kidding? That's very funny.
Yeah, in our times, my friend, hell yeah.
It comes with a heated delivery.
You get a Postmate.
That's so good.
There's that superhero team out there, the Postmates. You get one of the members.
The Postmates. What a name.
So good.
It's cool. It's fun. Like I remember like having these kinds of toys when I was a kid, and it was 90s versions of this kind of stuff. So like it's cool. The doctor's got a tablet. The Uber Eats guy has a smartphone. Like it's fun. That's for kids, literally for children. And then here's Rick's jam right here. Goo-Jitsu, bro. Which I actually did not know much about. Like I'd seen them. I didn't really know much about them until I saw this video. I guess he got sent samples of the Marvel stuff.
Let's get goo.
And some of the regular stuff. So these are like the regular Goo-Jitsus. And I guess there's like a Stretch Armstrong kind of aspect to them. But like you can also like he's gonna do right here, like when you put them into like a ball, you see like there's liquid inside of it, like swirling around. So there's like kind of that aspect to it as well.
It's like a Stretch Armstrong looking ass kind of thing, huh?
It's like those things you get, like the squishy things that are hard to hold in your hand,
and stress balls. Yeah,
it's something like that,
Oh, it really does look like a Stretch Armstrong because like it sticks like that.
Yeah, exactly. And then they have like beads and like crazy stuff inside of it, so that like when kids are playing it, playing with it, there's crazy stuff going on in there.
It's funny because at Toy Fair there's always some booth that has like mad people around it, and it's always shit like this. It's like you squeeze something and there's like glitter or like a MIB Galaxy like swirling around in there or something.
MIB Galaxy swirl. The galaxy is on Orion's
tail. Exactly. Doesn't make any sense.
It's basically Street Sharks. Street Sharks 2020 right here.
Where would that even go on a Street Sharks video?
I don't know. I mean, that would be cool. That would be a cool crossover right there. Is Street Sharks X Goo-Jitsu. And then another thing from the same company. This is the same company that does Goo-Jitsu, but this is meant to be like an alien surgery lab, something or other. You put like gooey stuff inside of this body, and then you fish out like an organism from the inside of it, and it's just meant to be like a weird alien surgery type of business.
Yo, gross shit will always have a pillar in the in like the toy community.
I feel like we had something like that back in the day.
We had like Dr. Ew or some shit. Dr. Horrible, where you make your own bugs and shit, and then
I remember that. Word.
It was basically just a repainted Easy Bake Oven with like different recipes in it.
It's like grossed out kitchen or something like that, where you make like spider cakes, like it just
exactly.
Yeah, I used to have them. The gummies were like chalky as fuck.
Right, it's no shelf life at all. Like by the time it's done cooking, it's already spoiled.
Hell yeah, garbage.
Right. All right, so that's that. what we really want to get into is the final nominee, which is a controversial pick considering nobody owns this thing yet. I was nominated. It's the Kickstarter Spawn. Kickstarter Spawn was nominated as one of the action figures of the year for 2021, which I guess is accurate because it'll be coming out then. But again, it's not out, so how? But we got to look at the box and everything. This is meant to be like a final kind of, near complete sample. So it comes with all the stuff that the final product will come with. It just might not be as good as it will be in the final product, like especially in the articulation and some of that.
Yeah, they sent him a sample of like some updated articulation as well, I believe.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll show that in a sec. But just to show the box, which Boog of course loves seeing his box.
Please update it.
Yeah. And this is what I thought was really funny when I was watching this video, because it is just like the most self-aggrandizing list of features, where it's just like great. The old figure gave you this, the new figure gives you that, but like really it's a list of features of only the new figure, and then they just kind of retroactively added the old figure into it.
Yo, this is literally like some Trump administration shit right here. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Look what a great job we're doing. Before we couldn't make figures like this. Look how we're making them now.
Jesus Christ. The last administration didn't have all this articulation.
Obamacare could never have this much articulation.
Right.
I can ask many people, great people, I know.
This is hilarious.
This reads like a list of like different versions of the same video game pre-order edition.
Good.
Like the left is the regular $60 retail. The right is the $100
exactly
collector's edition.
Absolutely.
I want to know if this is was this something that was just included for the Toy Awards kind of like mailing, or this is going to be in everybody's Kickstarter?
I think it will be. Because what I'm reading at the top right here is thanks for participating in this record-breaking project.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like when you were like super little and you have a figure or something, and you're trying to go up to your parents and like you're like rehearsing in your mind like your speech that you're gonna give to them, and then you're just reading all the shit on the back of the box like, Mom, it takes like AA batteries. Can you fucking believe this? Removable battery cover, like you're just listing like the most mundane shit. Trying to like gas it up. It's so funny.
Why I deserve the GameCube.
Yeah.
Number one, I've been cleaning much more every week. Number two, I don't pee outside the toilet. Number three,
I didn't spend any money on Roblox this month. Just let you know.
I love like it. Bored with nails. Like, yes. Like tactical.
It's the most unnecessary thing.
It's funny.
Like it's like Mom is like, "Hey Mom, can we get this new Spawn figure? This Kickstarter Spawn?" It's like, "No, we got the Kickstarter Spawn at home."
Mom, this one has
Spawn at home is the original 1994 Spawn.
Mom, I've actually prepared a counter argument to you. Let me print out this list.
The dad's looking at it like this. He's got a point.
Yeah, honey, there's a lot of text on this fucking list.
There's a flaming mace in this thing, babe. He doesn't have that on the other one.
And Sorority Game Show is nailing it. The only body part not listed right here in articulation, abs.
Yeah.
That's anything. Torso. Literally, like the word torso right here is just completely omitted.
So good.
I love that. Yes.
Print Rabbit on your point. The PS2 speech, but it's a DVD player too. Nailed it. Bruh. Yeah, I mean this is just ridiculous.
All right, so
the figure itself. First of all, you get the recreation of the old clamshell packaging. Record-breaking comic. It even has all like the call-outs and everything. Flying cape has swing open action. Fun.
Brother.
I'm probably gonna display it in this if I'm honest.
I think this is a cool addition for sure. Like it really knows who their target audience is. Absolutely.
Right. Especially because
like the extras, all of that extra stuff, the comic and all of that stuff. That's wonderful, man. You want something like that when you back a Kickstarter, you want all those little extras and shit. You may not want that extra shit every time Mezco puts out something that they keep forcing all that shit on you.
Fabio's getting ready
to be
to
fair,
call
I mean, Todd's giving you a whole checklist of yeses and nos and stuff like that, but I don't see any swag bundles, yes or no here.
Yeah, you know what I don't see, Boog? How about a Mezco lanyard?
Right? I don't see a Spawn enamel pin included with
Exactly.
this.
I don't see a shirt 2 sizes too small for me because that's all they had available. So
Right.
let's go.
But you do get the plaque, of course. You get this individually signed plaque, which looks cool. It looks fine. I don't think I actually paid for this. I think I just straight up got the figure.
Yeah.
Because I don't care. Like, whatever.
You
It's
didn't
cool,
give a
but
plaque?
I didn't get the plaque.
Yeah, can you imagine like if you got the plaque towards the end of like one of his sessions and he's just like
Right.
fucking fed up with it and he just does like the most half-assed signature.
Fod McTarlin.
Oh, damn it.
Shit.
That's why
Just send it to him.
the signed stuff like that's always like my biggest concern with like anybody, not specifically just this, but like they're doing like hundreds of these, so like they can't obviously do it in like one sitting. They're doing like 3 or 4, and like towards the end, if you're doing a bunch of anything, you're like half-assing it by the end. So
you know what's funny? Not to go off on a tangent, but I'm sure maybe Poncho knows when I go to these conventions, I get a lot of sketches from Japanese artists or American artists, and it's really funny, man, because we all know these artists so well that we're like, fuck, you don't want to go in the beginning because he's warming up in the beginning and he sucks in the beginning. You want to go in the middle. But then sometimes there's different people who, just like you said, they're only good in the beginning and then the rest are like, okay, here you go. Okay, here you go. So it's funny that like how artists are like that.
Couple more comments real quick. McDoog. At least the Spawn comics have dialogue, unlike the Mezco comics.
Ooh.
Accurate.
Hey. I read it for the pictures anyway. Who reads?
I read it for the pictures.
I read it for the pictures.
Are any of these weapons exclusive to the Kickstarter, or are these the same weapons that we were getting with the MK Spawn?
No. All these weapons are new. Like, all these are brand new sculpts for this. So you do get a sword, which you got with the Mortal Kombat sword, Spawn, but it's not the same sword.
I saw that Spawn earlier this week. I should have grabbed it. God damn.
All right, yeah, let's move into to the figure, because he didn't do a full on review like you said. It was just kind of overview here, but there's some things that we definitely need to point out here. When did he say that he was going to put up the actual review?
He said it was coming soon. I mean, he definitely gets into the Spawn more than any other of the line, especially because I more. But yeah, it's mostly a brief overview, just kind of showing everything. It's not really a review. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what we get here with the accessories, this is the the unmasked head, which originally was like exclusive to one version, but then he ended up making it available to all the versions of it. The one he's showing off here is the classic version though, so it's not gonna have the big boot or whatever. You get like the nail board thing right here, which I thought was weird. It looked really weird in the sculpt, but I guess it looks a little better with paint. You get interchangeable hands. One of them is like open with like a hinge in there, so you can kind of close it and make a fist as well. And then the other ones are like permanently ported to hold weapons. So you like take the sword apart right here, like they'll show in a sec, and you port it into these hands. I believe same with the gun, and you'll see how that looks in a sec. It looks a little weird. Here's the nail board and the effects as well can plug into the open hands. Here's the sword, kind of cool. It's huge. He also comes with a base, like all.
Let me see that gun.
Yeah, the gun.
I don't know, man. The gun looks pretty good. Okay.
Yeah, the gun looks all right, but look how Shartimus got it. It's totally bent.
Oh,
it's very, very soft plastic for all of it, really. This head looks good,
It's good.
And so I'm assuming that those two fists that had the peg holes through them, the gun just fixes in there. His finger's not actually in the trigger groove or anything like that.
Oh, you know what? Actually, it looks like the effects port into there.
Oh, okay, that looks good. That looks pretty good.
So the effect, let me see if I can get a good angle of it here. Yeah, it ports in kind of vertically like that, and then kind of just sits there. That's cool. I think the sword does the same thing, because if I'm looking at the sword right, it looks like the handle comes apart. Where is he showing the sword? Yeah, here's the sword. And then if you look, it kind of looks like the bottom comes off and you port it in.
So no trigger fingers,
so that's cool. No trigger fingers, though.
I think the trigger fingers are like in the open hand, and you just kind of like affix it on there. I'm not even sure.
Who holds a gun like this? Just fall.
I don't think he ever actually. I don't think he ever like puts the hand on the actual weapon. Let me see. Yeah, so his is a little bent. It looks fine. I mean, it's a fine rifle.
It's a fine rifle.
It's
It's a
just what
fine
people want.
rifle. Yeah, he doesn't put the hands on it. It looks like. But here's the Spawn figure itself. The sculpt, I will say, is there. Like I didn't realize this, but I love how you can see like his gross face.
the teeth. Yeah, that looks cool for sure.
Yeah,
What's
this
that
looks
cut at
good.
the neck?
The chains look good. Yeah, the cut at the neck is
crazy.
It's a ball joint. That's what's crazy. It's almost like a Mezco style neck where it's like a ball joint on the bottom and a ball joint on top here.
But he's got like all that extra shit on it.
Right. It's like a hard cut instead of like a kind of like a rounded cut.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like two rounded edges. Instead, it's just two hard edges.
Yeah, it's like you said before. He sculpts and then he tells these people at the factory, now make the cuts.
Mm-hmm.
So it just ends up looking like this.
But I mean, it looks fine. The light is catching really good on the detail on the face there, and like the skulls and everything, and like the texture on the cape looks really good.
Yeah, if you don't pose it, it's fire.
The chains have a nice like patina to them, like a little rusted look to them.
They're real chains.
Yeah.
Take a look at
this, guys.
Take a look at this chain.
And then here's the figure itself. We'll get into the pictures as well because he actually had like a preview picture that he posted on social media as well. So here's Rush showing off the cape, but McFarlane also made sure to send him like a prototype of more like updated, I guess, articulation. You can see the cape is going to close more or open more, I guess.
This is like a great value Revoltech Batman cape right here.
Great, and that cape sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Signature.
That's the Aldi's version of the amazing Yamaguchi Batman.
Same with the neck too. So the neck is going to be able to look up more in the final.
Why even make the cut?
I'm really
at the
surprised
bottom?
that they didn't. I don't know. I'm surprised that they didn't have another option for the cape and just go all out with something that was soft goods with some bendy wire and rips and tears. I think I mentioned this before, but
you did last week, yeah.
Damn man.
I was watching some review, I can't remember, but there was a figure, like there are figures in the past that have done that have come with like a plastic cape and then they give you like a soft goods cape too. So it's not like it's not out of the realm of possibility.
Everybody that I tell that to comes back with the same argument and then I have to slap them back to reality. They're like, "Oh, but it's supposed to be an homage to the original toy." Yeah, but it can be both, man. It could have that cape and be the homage to the original and still give us the fucking cloth cape. We paid over $1 million for this shit. You know?
$2 million, bro.
That's true.
Give us a fucking cloth cape too, asshole.
Yeah. I mean, this is going to make the third-party soft goods market rich. Everybody's going to be making Spawn capes, bro.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. That's happening for sure.
Unless he makes
it was already happening with the MK Spawn. So
yeah,
GPS slot. You know, hit him up.
If he makes it so that like taking off this cape completely ruins the figure, like that's going to be a complete shame.
Oh, but that would suck,
I didn't
man.
even think about that.
Yeah, like
the way it's ported
in
in or whatever. Like he doesn't. I bet he doesn't have like fully sculpted shoulders. It's just straight up ports for this big ass cape.
Well, you can tell in the proto right here. Like that's probably what the figure looks like under the cape. I would imagine.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Better look at that.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good point, Banjo.
Yeah, let me take a look here. Yeah.
So like the sculpt is there, but then you would imagine like what's the adhesive solution here? Like what keeps it on? Like are we gonna rip off a bunch of shit or whatever?
So here's where I start kind of like getting a little weird on this figure is the arms I feel like are weirdly bigger than the rest of the figure.
Look at his hands, man.
Yeah, his hands are fucking huge, dude. Hang on, let me see when he stands it up, totally upright, like right here.
That looks nuts.
What the fuck?
His hands are bigger than his fucking feet, bro.
Yeah, dude.
There's a few things that look nuts. The hands, the forearms, all of that. It wouldn't look nuts if his legs and feet were bigger, right?
Skip leg day,
but,
sure.
That looks nuts. Those chains are like fucking huge.
The torso.
The ones on his weight. I don't know. Those look a little too large to me. I don't know.
Loop too. The loop is too big.
Those are real chains, Bug. So I don't know.
You got real hands.
Look, if I can just backtrack for a sec, if you'll see on this checklist, original 1994 Spawn plastic chains.
Yep.
Remastered 2021 Spawn steel chains.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that should answer your question right there, right? Moving on.
There you have it.
This Spawn looks like maybe Poncho would remember the name. You remember that episode where SpongeBob was worried about not being buff?
Yeah. Anchor arm.
Anchor arms. When you could be a jerk like me.
Exactly. A real jerk.
And for the ladies, Harry.
Harry.
Damn, man. We never gonna get a really articulated Spawn. Oh yeah, but the other thing I was gonna say that looks nuts. That looks nuts is that torso shit that he always does, man. What is that,
bro? That
he's
looks like
standing upright, but he's like fucking Jamaican whining or something. What's going on there?
Dude, that you know what that looks like, Boog? That looks exactly like Toy Biz Beast.
Yeah.
Dude, you remember Toy Biz Beast?
Or no, Toy Biz Wolverine, dude. Remember Toy Biz Wolverine?
Yeah,
oh
man.
yes, hell
It
yeah.
looks just
That's what
like
that looks
that,
like.
man.
Weird.
Yeah.
He's built like Forrest Gump,
90s
to be quite
shit.
honest.
Mom always said I didn't need a clout cake.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
man.
it's just the arm.
You know what?
The arm threw me off more than anything. And as far as the chains, I feel like these chains down here should be the same size as this chain.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
But that one's not steel, Fabio. So
Come on, Fabio.
checkmate.
Oh, they're all steel chains. No,
Oh shit!
I checked.
Oh my god!
Should
You're right.
I go back to the list? Hang on, let me go back to the list.
Come on. Let's go.
Let me just make sure, because there's a bit of a discrepancy.
Listen, man. People that love Todd and love what he's doing, they love this. They're okay with it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't personally back this. I backed it for a friend that's out of the country or whatever. I'm sure he'll be happy to have it. He's got a great following on his channel and does his reviews in Spanish. Anyway, but yeah, man. I don't know. I guess we're never gonna get a highly articulated kind of like Spider-Man-esque Spawn. Like I don't know, man. I want a Spawn to be like crouching low and in that sort of Spider-Man kind of pose, but with the cape flowing and like, we want to take cool pictures and shit with the figure, like not just kind of static like vanilla posing and shit. And that's just not gonna happen while Todd is at the and they gave him a fucking toe joint. Look at that shit. It's just not gonna happen while Todd is at the helm here, man. He's not gonna relinquish any control of his baby to like let people like expand on it and make it better, man. I hate the way that fucking cape looks. That piece right there on that looks awful, man.
Yeah, that big hinge. It's so like obvious.
That shit is
so ugly.
Garbage. That shit is garbage. I don't like that at all, man.
It's a very ugly hinge. It doesn't even.
Man.
If you could hinge it back and it still looked like it was like draped behind his shoulders, that would look cool. But the way the hinge is, it's literally like as exposed as it could be on here. Like it's not hidden by the figure at all.
Damn, bro.
I'm taking a look.
That's a door hinge, brother.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, yo. Don't get me wrong. This shit is gonna show up in some amazing pictures still. Like, don't even get it twisted. Like, once people start fucking with their lighting and their atmosphere, aerosol, and all of that shit, this shit's gonna be fire. It's gonna be some real nice pictures. But it's just unfortunate, man, that he didn't really stick to what he said he was gonna do. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's just underwhelming, man. It's disappointing. I'm mad. Like I backed the shit. I don't even really give a fuck because I didn't like it. But
I'm trying to pull up. He had a picture of the Spawn at like a wide view in the diorama. If somebody could find that picture, you know what I'm talking about.
But the thing that we were supposed to be focusing on was the fact that this was nominated for Toy of the Year and nobody has it in hand.
Yeah.
Shartimus has it, obviously, because he's a reviewer, one of the top reviewers or what have you. But nobody has actually got to mess around with their figure. It hasn't been in circulation, so it's just kind of whack that it was nominated for Toy of the Year. But I understand how that shit works. I understand how the Toy Association works and all of that. So it is what it is.
It's especially weird compared to all the other lines nominated, which are so like
not in the same fucking realm. Yeah,
like this is under like collectible of the year because this is meant to be one of those like rare things. Like every other thing nominated is like a retail wide release thing. Like this is just an iconoclast. And look at this ankle. Look at this this wrist joint here, real quick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I do not like how the hands poured into this guy at all. I would prefer that he did it like the ball joints on the regular figures, on the regular McFarlane figures, where it's the double-ended ball joint. This is like old school Toy Biz, where it's like a port and then a hinge.
Yeah, it's rough.
You guys get a look at the moon? My sister just sent me a picture of the moon.
Yeah, it was crazy yesterday. I went to go do like a drive-through Halloween thing, and it was.
It's only 5 o'clock here, buddy.
I was spooked.
Oh, that's right.
That means you can probably still see it though, Rick.
How dare you?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I want to like this. I'm gonna display it. We'll see how long I keep it, if I'm honest. But I will display it. But I don't see myself doing a lot with it, and it's gonna take the community like doing some crazy mods to this to make me like maybe want to do the same and get the most out of it.
Yeah,
But as it
those
is,
arms and hands and those forearms and hands look nuts, bro.
yeah. Honestly, I like the figure from the waist down like a lot. I don't even mind the toe joints, but I think
I like the crotch area, guys.
I like the head too. The head, well, okay, that's not better. Pause.
So no head.
All right, so these have been your toy of the year action figure of the year nominees by the Toy Association. So we can probably put the link at the bottom of this video, and you can go in and vote. I would honestly rather.
I think the link will be back up on our Instagram too. Actually, I had put up a link there, but yeah, we'll link the actual full ballot so you could really take your time with it and shit.
Shout out to ShartimusPrime for all the fucking footage that we just stole.
Yeah, honestly, he did a really good job breaking down everything. Definitely go watch his video, and he gets into each thing more individually than we did. We really just wanted to focus on the Spawn because what the heck can happen?
Shout out to Shartimus again. Great achievement. I'll link the video more on our IG, and again I will link the actual put up the link where you could actually vote and stuff too. But yeah, thanks for letting us steal your footage. And that was the nominees for the Toy of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
What you got here?
I'm just on my Instagram. I'm going back to the A.C.B.A. one. If this Spawn wins, like I will call shenanigans. I don't throw that around loosely, but shenanigans will be involved if this.
I don't really think it has a chance, honestly.
Come on, Gujitsu.
Just because
or alternation win, if I'm honest.
I don't think it has a chance because of what we talked about like, it's got some competition, you know what I'm saying? Like it's other actual toys. Like people don't give a fuck about that Spawn shit. Parents don't, kids and like whatever, like,
Yeah. And who is part of the Toy Association and who does toy press, if not like mostly like parents and stuff,
Right, or parental figures.
Yeah, we can get into some kind of like post show talk here. We're kind of winding down our topic list.
Yeah, welcome to the after show.
Yeah, we were going to talk about some Mandalorian stuff, but I think we were still waiting for something.
What's up? Here's the show.
Let's bring in. Is Danny down there in the chat?
Danny LeBlanc, right?
Yeah.
LeBlanc?
DLB, they call him. Well, if Danny wants to come on, we can send him.
Shoot him a link, and then we could discuss some Mandalorian. I guess I don't know. You guys want to discuss the actual episode, discuss spoilers and what have you? We're only one day out.
We can give him the broad strokes. I
honestly can't believe that we're discussing.
We in the after show, so I guess if you don't want to hear any spoilers from Mandalorian season 2, episode 1, then you should probably log off now and come back later.
I'll put up a spoiler thing when we start talking about it, so a visual spoiler thing, so people know.
Yeah, there's literally no way to talk about it without spoiling.
That's the thing to talk about is the spoilers. So it's like,
you guys want to talk about pickups while we get Denny the link and stuff?
You know what? That's a really good idea.
Oh, yeah.
So like I mentioned, I had got the Red Ranger. We had a Amazon sale yesterday, so they had quite a few Marvel Legends on sale. They had the they had the Nimrod, Phantom X, and Psylocke 3-pack for like $55 or something like that. I missed the shit though. I was gonna get an extra one, but I ended up getting an extra Peter Parker from the Retro series, and I ended up getting the Red Ranger. Very nice. Once again, shout out to my man Swift. He got me the yellow, blue, and pink Rangers. So yeah, I got red, yellow, blue, pink. I got black on pre-order, and I got green on pre-order, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I think that'll be that. So I'll be caught up with that. And I think that was all that I got this week. Oh, no, I also got the SHF Avengers Loki, which is on the table right now that I'm going to
nice.
review tomorrow probably.
I need to get that.
Yeah, so actually pretty cool. You get quite a few looks in one, so it's actually
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I didn't get a lot this week.
that
I
was it
think
for me.
I think I bought the Mezco Leatherface that just went on sale, which appropriate enough for the spooky season.
Yeah, I thought about it.
It's dope. I mean, it's not going to come out until like next summer, but I wanted to get it just because it's rare that something like goes up new on the Mezco website and you can like actually use your rewards points on it because it's like not an exclusive. So I spend all my rewards points on it, and I think I got it for like $50. I'm like, all right, cool. That's shipped, So really, the figure itself was like 40, and then the shipping, is stupid 10, maybe like 14. So yeah, $50 for that Leatherface. It's $100 figure, and you get like all the different looks from the movie with like the pretty woman mask and the dinner jacket, and then you get the old lady mask with the cooking apron, and then of course like the regular Leatherface. And I think it's kind of crazy that they're doing like chainsaw sounds, like just so unnecessary, but I kind of love it.
It's so weird when Mezco does things like that like we're not asked for or needed, but they just do.
Right? Yeah,
I mean, it's not a bad thing that they're doing it. By the way, it's just so interesting how like at random they're like, we're gonna do this, and this.
Right. And then the blood effects and all the stuff it comes with, like it's a good package for $100. It's great for $50, even better.
What was the limit on their site for this?
I don't remember. I think it was 6 because it's not an exclusive, but I could check real quick.
Oh, well, 6?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. And it's still on pre-order.
I could see the diehard people getting 3, so they could just display all 3 looks without
for
having
sure.
to go through
I'm cool
and shit,
one, and we've needed Leatherface for so long. Because like, I mean, I got him here, but we've had Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers for so long that we need that big 4. If we're building our big 4 of different franchises, that's the big 4 of horror right there.
Is it?
Faux show.
And then I found a good deal. I remember I told you last week I got that Cyclops for $50 off that guy.
Steely McNeil.
Yeah, and I ended up finding like just the Jim Lee Cyclops body by itself. So I did a little kit bashing this week, and I had some extra Gambit parts as well. So I put together an X-Men uniform Gambit right here.
I see.
Baby back ribs.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And then I still got the other Cyclops, but I put the extra harness on him, and he's kind of like my unmasked one.
Oh, let me make your
I wanted to because it's the same uniform as the Jim Cyclops. This would be the one that I put with like Jim Cyclops and, like that cable and like a '90s ass X-Men team.
90s ass.
Hell yeah!
Of course,
90s ass.
Right? I think that's it. Though. I just bought that Leatherface, and I don't really have anything else like in hand. Well, what about you, Punch? What you get?
I have a bunch of stuff like coming. That Marvel Legends movie Venom is on its way. Pretty stoked about that. Let's see. My Boma bike, the SH Figure Arts Boma bike, was charged today. That should be here Tuesday. Pretty stoked on that.
Where you getting that from?
I got it from Amazon, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. I gotta get that other
model kit.
one that you showed.
Yeah, the kit's great. Check it out. I went to Aldi's today. Not Aldi's, Jesus Christ. Ollie's.
Come on, Baja.
I went to Ollie's. It's like a discount retail store or whatever. And then I got this Zarya Overwatch.
Daria?
Yeah. I have her in like the special color that they came in like a 4-pack or whatever, because that was on sale at GameStop for like $4 or some insane shit like that. But I just didn't have her regular colors.
All those figures are like super cheap at Ross.
Yeah, that's crazy. This one the tag says $7.99, but it rang up as $4.99. Crazy.
Oh man.
And then I got like a bunch of Dragon Ball Laserdisc movies. Super stoked on that. I'm missing just one movie now, so I'm super excited. On my Instagram, I went live and I like opened a bunch that I got like I think 2 weeks ago. And then, like, we watched, like, Dead Zone on my Instagram where I just, like, talked stupid shit about the movie and stuff. And then like I went back and I emailed the guy who sold it to me on eBay, and I was like, "Yo, do you have any more?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure. What do you want?" And I was like, "All of them, dog. Just give me all of them." So
How
I
about
got,
all of them?
yeah, I got that. I got another. I got Stan Lee finally.
Whoa!
I'm super excited for that. And then I got the demoniacal fit like Goku, the tenacious warrior or something like that. I got another one. I know I showed him last week that I got a first one, but I got another one.
Shout out to Jack Black.
That's it. Oh, and no, I showed that last week. That's it. That's really it, I think.
Wow.
For me. What about you, Rick? You get anything cool?
I literally only bought one figure, and it's just gonna be the most typical thing I could ever show you. I already own one, but every time I see him, I buy it because he's actually like, as far as like how easy it is to find, it's really rare.
All right, let's go. Oh, baby.
I always buy him when I see him, man. I just can't turn it down.
Who
He's
could?
He's one in every 48, man. Come on.
Hell yeah, dude. What a disservice to not include him in everything.
He's a slut.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried about being a slut.
I'm kind of worried about being a slut.
That's pretty sick, Rick.
Thank you. Head
No.
swaps coming soon.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, with a head swap, that could be any like child or whatever.
Absolutely.
Boom. Wow.
So
It can't be the child, but it could be any child.
Rick and I were thinking about putting him on like trick or treat figures and stuff like that. We got ideas in the vault. Sorry if I just spilled the secret sauce, Rick. That's my bad.
Oh, don't worry, man. It's just
Yeah,
like
we
the ideas. They're in the air.
We got some people in the comments talking about this Mezco Leatherface real quick. They say for let's see, I think it was McDoog even tossing a little shade. You know, he's saying, "Do you get the NECA Leatherface for an extra 70?" If you can find that NECA Leatherface, that shit is up to 70 now. Honestly,
really, I just saw him yesterday at Walmart.
Yeah, like they'll re-release it every now and then. So this is probably like in between re-releases, but it gets picked up and scalped more often than not. I mean, it depends where you live, obviously, but it wasn't very easy to find for a long time. And technically, you get more looks out of it than with any of the NECA figures, because I think NECA has only done the Pretty Woman and the Retro line. They've never done it or the Old Lady and the Ultimates line. So I mean, you get 2 additional heads. As far as like accessories, like you get the blood effects and the bucket and a revving chainsaw sound. Like,
very nice.
Can we just
Like,
discuss how the tables have turned?
That's it. First,
NECA's not giving you enough. NECA's not doing it. It's not cutting it, guys.
This fucking
Fabio.
slut over here, man. This
I
guy's a
know.
whore.
The fucking Hadron Collider sent us into another fucking universe.
That's what happened.
This is
For sure.
crazy.
We've been in an alternate dimension for like 2 years or 4 years. We ain't even know, man.
We'll eventually make it back, and we'll tell the other Fabio about what happened. I collect Mezco.
no, then it'll
Am I
change this
rich?
reality. If you go back and tell him, it'll change this reality. I can't have that. I'll disappear, dude.
Oh my god. So in this world, I must be rich, because how do I have every Mezco ever in existence?
Not ever.
Ever, Tom.
Real quick, I did get this also. It's not a figure, but it's like these big ass. These things are fucking huge. Like
Did it again.
It's these like little storage things. If you have like watched anything I've done, I have. Let's see. Let's pull this out. I have like a bunch of other ones. These are smaller ones right here. But the ones that I got just now, they're like a super sized version. Real
Dick
quick.
Daddies, all right.
I know. Hold on, sorry. Camera's like all over the place.
Man, I'm so jelly of those wraparound shelves.
Oh
Those are
yeah.
gonna paint me up.
But like these are so like here's like a regular size one, and then it's next to the big ones, and like they're crazy huge. And I got this one specifically for the grade 8 Vegeta because his hands don't fit in these. You can get like one hand in here. It's nuts. So like I got this for grade 8 Vegeta, and then I'll probably put like my Hot Toys stuff in here too. But you know, if you have a Hobby Lobby around here, what's up?
know what's funny? I say, you know what's funny? I actually went today to get like some more like storage bins and whatever, and like for like the first like 6 hours of the day, I was organizing props and accessories and making everything more accessible and doing the same type of shit. It's funny.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just keep all of my accessories right here. All the accessories for these figures are in their boxes.
Dang.
If I need to go right in.
That's a lot of work, bro.
That is.
Yeah, but it's a lot better than having to buy, like, as cool as it looks. I don't want all that, Punch.
Dang.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Hey,
So
it's
he's
fine.
dissing you, bro. He's
It
dissing
is.
you.
Hey.
I mean, a couple. I mean, I got a, like a regular kind of like tackle box
Yes.
thing where I keep a couple of random things.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I don't have enough to like, have that many of the storage bins, and for the most part, they all just live in the boxes.
You
Yeah.
know, Poncho, your post today actually brought on like an interesting question in my mind. Like, why don't people use Hobby Lobby props more?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I don't understand.
Well, because
like,
you gotta get over a lot of very strong Christian overtones just walking in there.
hey man, Jesus take the wheel. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's so crazy because I've been buying props from there for forever, and like I never see anybody use them. They have so many props for like fucking everything you can imagine.
Mm-hmm. No, they really do, but yeah, I mean, I think I don't think I'm offending anyone by saying that a portion of our audience, myself included, sizzle upon walking in there. So we try to avoid it.
Oh man, well, they hate me there. Anytime I go in there, they think I'm stealing.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
my
Mr.
God.
Williams. Well, that's your problem, Rick.
Yo, quick shout out to the GameStop in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, where the assistant manager got fired for falsely calling the police on this kid who she thought was stealing. Big ups.
Nice.
Shout out to her.
Mr. William, real quick, he says he uses an Acro Mills for storage. That's that big, like multi-drawer container.
Oh, sick.
My roommate has a couple of those for Legos.
I like stuff like that.
Ooh, we got a Legaholic in your house, huh?
I like stuff like that, but I specifically like these little guys because you can like print. Hold on, let me put my screen up. You can print like little pictures on them, and like it just makes finding them a little easier for me personally.
Yeah. No, I really like your organization method.
Yeah, yours is. I really like the way you have it set up, like sticking to one line, and then like having all your stuff in the box is really great. Specifically because it's all Mezco and all the boxes are so uniform, and it just looks, the shelf appeal is incredible. So it's very nice.
I love it.
But like if you ever want these boxes, they're called like, the company is called Really Useful Boxes. Incredible. They're made they're made
What an
in the
imaginative name.
I know. They're made in the UK.
I think they sell them at the Container Store too, if you have one of those near you.
Yes. So they're made in the UK. So whenever they come here, they're pretty affordable. They're like $25, but they're always at places that have like 40% off coupons or 20% off coupons.
Hobby Lobby always has a 40% coupon.
Yeah.
So.
Michael's used to have a 40% coupon too, but ever since this whole thing started, they slashed it to 20%.
What a bunch of hoes, man.
And like I was gonna go to an A.C.B.A because that's where I always get these from. I pull up to the parking lot and that shit is gone. I had no idea A.C.B.A was gone.
No, dude.
You go to acmore.com, it takes you to Michael's. It's incredible.
Harbor Freight would have stuff like that too.
Oh yeah?
I don't know if they have that where you guys live, but yeah, we have Harbor Freight. It's like a more specialized, like heavy hardware store.
I like Harbor
Where the hell
Freight.
did Boog go?
He's out here doing his thing.
We got into our organization, didn't we, on this one?
No.
I do have one other box somewhere. I don't know where I put it, but it has like props, like any figures that I like sold, and I just kept the props. Like a lot of like the collect stuff, like Chinese takeout boxes, just random stuff. I have like a specific like prop box for that.
Nice. Very nice. I have stuff like that too.
Turn around and let me see that sexy body go prop.
What a setup.
I'm glad I was here for it.
I love you, B2K.
That's for pickups then, right?
Yeah, that's basically it. I'm sending you Danny's name on Discord, so you can invite him real quick.
Awesome.
Oh shit, Danny.
Hell yeah.
DLP, bro. We're gonna get into some Mandalorian and talk spoilers and all that stuff. We gave the spoiler warning out like forever ago, and we've been stalling, but it is still in effect.
Well, Poncho, I can't believe that you're never gonna watch it, man.
I'm gonna watch it. Just relax.
You're making me sad, bro. Look at my face.
I think what's kind of cool, actually, you could probably just start watching season 2, episode 1, and you'd be all right.
Tight. That's perfect. I love a non-linear story. So,
It is
I
linear.
know.
It is,
No, you need to watch it. Don't listen to him.
but all you know is like what you've gathered from Facebook memes is he's a Mandalorian and he's got Baby Yoda.
That's all I know about this show is like there's a hot tall girl that I would like to climb like a tree, and then
Hell yeah.
a stormtrooper punches Baby Yoda. That's literally all I know about this show.
Not just any stormtrooper. It's Jason Sudeikis as a stormtrooper, as
Incredible.
a scout trooper.
So good.
I want Gina Carano to choke me up.
Well, there you have it. You heard it here first.
That's me getting choked up by fictitious Gina Carano.
So good.
Wait, did you send it to me on? Oh, you did send it on Facebook.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. I need the 4 numbers at the end of his.
Oh yeah. We'll get into that. Let's see. I think while we get this set up, we can talk October maybe. No,
I mean, we're wrapping up. It is technically the last day. We're not going to be announcing winners or anything like that. But
no. Well, we'll wait for Boog to get back to really talk about October because I'm sure he'll want to say something too.
Yeah.
Let's talk question of the week while we get Danny in here.
Oh, that's a good idea. Because I actually did pull up my photo and it's horrendous.
So did I.
Yeah, so the question of the week last week was if you could reshoot one of your older previous photos from earlier in your photography career or what have you, if you could reshoot it with like the techniques you know today, what would it be? And I realize that's like a little bit harder for like the YouTube format. You can't really post pictures down there. You could post like a link to like an image hosting website if you really want to. I think that'd be super cool to take a look at. But me, Rick, and Fabio, Fabio, and I, we pulled some real bangers.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Who wants to go first? This is embarrassing.
We'll do mine first.
All right, we'll do Poncho's first. We're gonna throw in some old shots here, and you guys.
Yeah, can we embarrass Poncho first, please?
I can't wait. Literally can't wait.
Hang on, I'm getting it up right. Is this it right here? Wait, is this it? Am I pulling up the right one?
No. That was so good. That's Rick's right there.
Oh, this is Rick's? Okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, we can start on Rick then.
Which one is that one? Yeah. Look at how sick that idea is, man. Because people don't understand. In the comic book itself, that I took that cutout of Barry Allen like investigating the scene, I literally posed Mirror Master exactly how he is in the book. It's just terribly done. It's just so shit.
This is me.
Dope,
That
was like when only like 1 or 2 pictures existed of like people using cutouts like in a big way.
Yeah. Where it was like the full frame cutout and then like the big figure kind of worked into it. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks, man, because it's a dope idea. Because like I said, that's literally the figure of the character that's there. So I didn't like put some guy that wasn't supposed to be there. It's all about Mirror Master in that issue. So yeah, it just sucks that it looks like shit.
So good.
So, and that was one of them. This is another one of yours, right, Rick?
Yeah, look at that hideous Instagram filter. That looks like I put it through a beauty app.
Out the movie. Yo, shout out to Sam, man. That guy.
I love you, Sam.
Sam is the man, dude. Always supportive.
What a supportive son of a gun, man. He saw that terribly over-filtered shot, and he was like, I'm going to give this guy some nuts.
I love the styrofoam diorama where you can see like little styrofoam beads.
So good.
Wow, you're really gonna point that out, aren't you?
Back then, dude, this is 7 years ago. Even back then, like almost exactly 7 years ago. Even back then, people were like, "Whoa, dioramas! That's crazy! You make them out of what? Foam? I want to try that."
What's that made out of? Info on what's that made out of?
Right.
Thanks. I'll go to my Home Depot tomorrow.
full cutouts.
Oh
We got
shit!
Ponchoni here.
Yeah, this one was
Whoa.
a very long time ago. I cannot tell you how long it took to cut out that fucking red right there. I like I cut out like every like pixel. It was the worst. And
You
then
mean Ash?
what's up?
You mean Ash Ketchum?
Well, that's red. If you
Oh,
for all intents and purposes,
cultured
sure,
son of a
Ash. Let's go. That's Ash. Whatever. But like, that took forever. And then like, and then I blocked out the Pokemon logo. What a stupid idea this was. I would like to reshoot this with better lighting. You can see like the shadow right here cast it with his wing. The light is a little hot behind Charizard, so you can kind of see his wing shining through, the shadow of his wing shining through. And I'd like to do like a LED where the battery is. And then, maybe get the thing in focus too. That'd be really great.
maybe just like make it good.
Yeah, just generally, if it was great. If Charizard wasn't posed like he's Spider-Man from the TOTY show, that'd be great too. Exactly.
You got one.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's weird.
I mean, that's a dope idea.
Yeah, like I'm sure Rick can attest, or anybody can attest in the community when like you get this idea and you're like, this is gonna be the sickest shit ever, man.
Dude, that was my idea when I was doing that Mirror Master shot with the cutout of Barry Allen. I was like, yo, this shit looks like it's from the fucking book, but it doesn't because I did it in a shitty way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, idea versus execution, that's something everybody, I'm sure, struggles with, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But I'd like to redo that for sure one day.
Yeah, that'd be cool. There's so many more, like, better ways of cutting out now that it'd be a lot cleaner.
Yeah, because that cutout looks like absolute trash.
For sure. All right, if I could get into mine real quick.
Let's go.
I think mine is a pretty good example of, like, everybody's first like diorama A.C.B.A shot. It wasn't one of my first, but it is definitely early in there.
Hell yeah. Love that Dutch angle.
Right? When you were working with the square, this is when I was still shooting on my phone too. And,
oh, nice.
Like, you'd have to crop back then. You had to crop everything in a square for Instagram. So I did a lot of Dutch angles so that I, could fit more into the square. But like even here, the framing is all messed up. Like look how close, almost cut off, Superman's arm is right here, and look how much space there's next to Green Lantern here. I could have just like
look at that green light on Green Lantern.
Exactly, it's glowing.
That's when everybody. Those are the finger lights. Remember the finger lights that people would get?
That's like he's real.
Right,
he's
exactly.
glowing for real.
You could use those finger lights for one session.
Exactly. I remember I got like the 50 pack or something from Amazon.
Incredible.
And like,
same.
Everybody knows if your finger lights weren't shaped like cars, they were worthless.
Right. Like honestly, like I got a big pack of 50 and like 40 of them were duds for sure. Like only 10 of them worked. It was mostly duds. I knew I had to get the whole thing.
That's how that should be.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
But like even the posing here, like it's just so stiff, and like I know what I was going for here, right? It's supposed to be this like dramatic, like ooh, he's looking up and the saviors are here and all this stuff, right? But just did not convey that point of view as good as possible. I was, I even back then you make sure like, oh, he's got to be flat on the ground, and he's got to, I got to make sure you don't see the stand behind Green Lantern. That's why he's, got the knee up, and oh, I got to make sure that he doesn't have an open hand, but at least. If I put his fist in this crack, I can make it look like he just kind of is holding it with like a hole he made in just dumb stuff like that. But looking back now, it looks stupid.
And there's that grate in like the top of the diode that's like from that one Marvel Legend. Which Marvel Legend?
Right, that's from the old Punisher.
Punisher. Yeah. There you go.
Punisher. Yep. Yeah, I remember being so proud of myself. Like, ooh, this fits so good here. And one other one,
looks like the guy that's laying there is just waiting, like he lifted his head up to say, "All right, go ahead, kill me already." Like,
what's the holdup?
It looks like they're about to drop it on him, right? Not like it's supposed to be like he lifted this guy like the rubble off of him, right? But there's two pieces of rubble.
And they're all just like, "Hey, let's watch this dude lift this rock."
Right.
That's funny.
Hey,
Yeah,
peep this.
it
He's
looks
picking
like
up a
he's like
rock.
telling them to fuck off. Like, hey, fuck
Right.
it, do your worst. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Like, he's a vagrant. And they're like, you got to move along, buddy. You can't be sleeping here. And then another one I actually really want to redo because I actually have the two figures here and I probably still have this cut out somewhere. This is from New 52, and it's like when Batman like first or Green Lantern first beats Batman. Like I can see myself actually redoing this with Mezco.
This time in focus. Hell yeah.
Exactly. Look at this. Same thing. A dumb filter, like a vignette filter I put on it,
So good.
so that the focus, the cutout itself is still in focus, but the rest of it, there's like a nice hazy ring around it.
So
Like,
good.
what am I thinking?
Beautiful.
Hilarious. Yeah, those early Instagram filters was fucking up everybody's pictures, and we thought it was looking so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
dude,
hottest
we
shit.
were thinking that it was the hot shit. Like, dude, look at
Right.
these colors.
Right. Same thing. I
Yeah.
used the green finger light on this one too, but it did not turn out well. And then I like for some reason have like a Batman like holding his batarang like here in the front of the frame, but it don't look like anything because it's so horribly in focus. Out of
It's good
every
for
now
him.
and then you can get away with it. Every now and then, like with dark stuff, you can get away with it, but for the most part, it ends up looking all like washed out like this.
Please say the caption is something amazing, like, "What do you think of my A.C.B.A. pick?"
First meeting.
No, even back then, I was just like, I had to just like title the picture. It has to be a title. I'm titling this artwork. You know what I mean?
Has to have a title. Come on.
I think I'd redo that, and I would love to get a Hawkman so I could redo this. Maybe I'll do it with a different Mezco figure, but yeah, I mean, we got Superman and Aquaman and Green Lantern, so
Hell yeah. Let's
Yeah,
get
definitely.
a Snarky Citizen and Mezco too, and
yeah,
we got
for
a
sure.
we got a stew going basically.
We
You know-
got a stew going, man.
The actual clever way to redo this is I got to wait for the Mezco Two-Face as well, and then I would.
Hell
this is
yeah.
the Aaron Eckhart Two-Face from the Dark Knight Movie Masters line.
Then what you do is you do your A side is his like regular face and he's like very thankful, but your B side is his fucked up face and he's being an asshole.
Right.
Just put the rock back. God damn.
Yeah.
Just put the rock back.
Boog, you got any old pics you wanna send that you want to redo?
Yeah, I got some more pics. Sure.
I sent one more too. We can do that while Bug looks at his.
Yeah, let me see.
Do it, man.
Wait. Here we go. This one here. Oh, nice.
It's this Pacific Rim one. I'd love
I
to.
remember that.
I'd love
Wait. Which rim specifically?
Pacific Rim.
Oh.
I'd love to take this photo in any year other than 1876. You know, after the light bulb was invented. Because I'd really like people to see what these figures look like. I remember, like, I planned this shit out. Like, I thought I was gonna win the fucking Nobel Prize or some shit. Like, I bought like waterproof like LED lights and stuff, and like I put like a tub of water in my tub, and like I just had like my my shower running for forever. And I remember like my wife was like, "Why is the shower on?" And I just kept on trying to get like all these shots, and I was like, "Yo, it's gonna be worth it, man. In 2020, we're gonna be looking back at it and saying it's trash. It's totally
Are
worth
we?
it."
Yo, do you remember Poncho's banger with the steam?
So yeah, I'd really like to redo this one. I thought it was cool, but like I did a whole bunch of stuff in like this session, I guess, and like this was like by and large the best looking one, and by comparison, it doesn't even look that great. So.
Real quick, Boog, while you're pulling up your picture too, I actually wanted to show you this because I know you like your unmasked Cyclops. I ended up putting the blade glasses on this Cyclops, and I think this looks pretty.
Whoa, I can't see anything.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, they're like a little like big, or I don't know. They kind of
Tight?
in a weird way where you can see his eyes from the top, but you know, lower
Man,
angle.
he's got some new Oakleys on.
Honestly, yeah. This is what's his name? James Marsden Cyclops right here with his sweet wraparound Oakleys.
Oh man, shout out James Marsden.
Just a fun little kit bash idea. Let me get that picture.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you were going for with this picture, Poncho, because like, yeah, Pacific Rim, that movie was dark as hell, but
Yeah, that was my excuse, honestly.
it was also very in focus.
It was also what? Oh, very
focus.
in focus. Yeah,
You could see what was going on even through that darkness.
yeah. Like
I think the Danger looks good. it's just hard to see what else is going on. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
in hindsight, like the kaiju should have been in focus, and then Gypsy Danger should have been out of focus, and then maybe lit more. So even though it's out of focus, you can really tell what's going on. But yeah, this is great. I remember I did this, and then I put my Crimson Typhoon in there as well, the one with 3 arms, and then I set it on a ledge, and then it fell off, and then his arms broke off. It was great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude, that NECA Pacific Rim line was probably like, you know, at the maximum NECA that I was collecting. That was the line that had the worst quality control issues. Of anything I collected, more figures from that Pacific Rim line broke on me than any other line.
That was bad, for sure.
The later ones were better, but yeah, by the time they got to like the Ultimates, they figured it out, but then they lost the license like the next day.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah.
I guess we can clown around and look at some of mine. Like I do some of these like old team shots and stuff like that. You know, once we have some updated rosters, there's like, I like a good portrait team shot like this is worth redoing.
Yeah, just nice simple shit.
This is when I got my DSLR at first, and I was still trying to figure out how to get everything in focus. So like the big 3 in the front are in focus, and then in the back, all the other ones are out of focus.
I found one that I definitely want to redo.
Oh, come on, Boog. Let's see it. Come on.
It's funny because I just found this figure again today. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Oh, come on, Boog. Don't stop.
So many tabs opened up.
What happened?
I'm getting stuff through Discord. I'm getting stuff sent through the Facebook chat. Like, it's too much, y'all.
Just fucking go with whatever Boog has. We'll do it live.
So funny.
Here we go. What is this?
MVC, that was mine. I want to redo it. Man.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
MVC,
Why
baby.
Bionic Commando there?
Why is who?
Bionic
He's in
Commando.
MVC 3.
He is.
Okay.
Come on, man.
That's Bionic Commando with his wife arm variant. Good lord.
Come on, man. Look at that. Look at that
Oh my
Lele
God.
/ Cienko. You never seen that thing, have you? Fucking rare, bro.
No, but speaking of things that need a redo, that MODOK, I don't think it's ever going to get done better than that.
No, man, no way. That sculpt is just incredible.
Mm-mm.
I don't know who the fuck sculpted that, but
Shout out.
I think it was
marry you. Is he
Shouts
single?
out.
Here we go.
Single.
I got 2.
Single?
This is from the era. This is from the era when we were like doing all of those dark shots with like one spotlight.
That's what I was telling Fox before we came on. Like, man, fucking spotlight picture.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember this.
Hell yeah. Please
Dark
walk us.
through, like,
Please
shot.
walk us through this.
Wait, is it a chessboard?
Well, the concept was supposed to be that they were supposed to be like, I guess Xavier was supposed to have them in like some sort of like mind
Astral plane.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, some plane, and I don't know. It was just supposed to be them on like a chessboard or something like that, but that shit did not translate as well. But I mean, for the time, this was 2013, I guess.
Dude,
Yeah.
Poncho, you know what that set looks like? Tell me I'm not tripping, bro. Tell me that doesn't look like their Power Ranger Command Center.
Hell yeah.
Those like weird little like a fucking obelisks that were all over the fucking.
You know what this is? This is actually a handmade like chess set that my dad made with wood. Actually.
Oh, nice.
Whoa. Papa Gray.
This just reminds me, like, the vibe of this is like in Game of Thrones, and they're walking through the garden, and the person that they walk through is gonna get betrayed next scene.
But yeah, I'd like to do something that's, I don't know, maybe representing something like this, some type of MSD or whatever.
Yeah.
Damn, I kind of wish I still had that Beast figure.
I feel like this could work as an MSD if you have like something like one of the out of scale elements is what implies that they're in a astral plane of some kind, you know?
I need some real looking huge chess pieces, maybe, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just better lighting, you know, better focus and shit. You know, obviously since this time we've all gotten light years better at staging and focus and shit like that. And the second one is another one, Spotlight.
So good.
Fucking where would that bright light be coming from?
The moon, obviously.
Yeah,
The
I
sun,
guess so,
baby.
right? The sun.
That's it.
But
Directly
yeah, I think
over
this
him.
is a great fucking idea. But yeah, we'll just have to revisit this with better light, better focus. You know, this is an old Toy Biz like thing figure from the
wow.
movie.
The movie, yeah.
The face actually changes. There's like a little gimmick, and you can change it from his like regular astronaut face to the Rocky thing face.
You could redo it with those astronaut figures.
Yeah,
The good ones. That,
I still have this figure. I just found them again today, actually, when I was cleaning up stuff and going through stuff. But
yeah, these were the old A.C.B.A. symbiote things. Tendrils.
Yes, yep, the tendrils, yep.
Very
And
nice.
I still have.
Yeah, those were really well done. The guy who used to make them, though, me and him just had like a kind of bad falling out and shit. So too bad.
Wow. Dope shit, though. I mean, I like the concept of this for sure. I guess we could start getting into some wrap up here, right? We're about done.
Yeah, let's talk. I guess we could talk about Mandalorian and get up out of here.
Oh, that's right.
Let's talk about October real quick, and then we'll bring Danny in because Danny put a photo. He sent me a photo too that he wants us to talk about question of the week. So
let me get Danny in.
Okay. So for next week, the question of the week for next week is probably going to be, what's your favorite like horror figure, like, or spooky figure? What's your favorite spooky figure? Doesn't have to be like horror or anything like that. Just comment below, and then we'll talk about that next week for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to some of those answers right now. What's one of the best horror figures out there? Like one of your favorites, you know?
I thought we were gonna do what horror figure would you want made?
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, shit. Sorry.
Yeah, you switched it up.
I did. I'm sorry. I'm such a piece of shit. Yeah, if you could, what's your ultimate like spooky figure that you want made?
Can I tell you? Can I show you what it is?
That's right, Rick. Let's go.
No, you're not ready for this reveal, Poncho. Look at this. Look at this.
Here we go. Oh my god.
It's this.
Yo, the long con, son. You've been wearing that the whole show.
I've been fucking waiting for this question, Poncho.
I can't even see it.
Look at this.
It's just a Bobby Hill hat. It's so
I want a 2-pack, Bobby Hill and Hank Hill Devil 2-pack.
That's it. We're in the same costume.
My friend owns the license to make official King of the Hill merch, and he made this hat. I bought it. Fucking incredible.
So good.
We need this in a figure form, man, Hank.
Absolutely.
And that Dale where he's like, I'm a government bureaucrat. Peddling influence and candy.
Dang old boo, man.
Oh, the dang old boo, man. I'm like, I'm a mom. I can't dang old get out.
Hell yeah.
Right, Danny LeBlanc, if you're listening, I sent you a friend request on Discord, so accept that.
Come on, Danny.
Hell yeah.
Add you in here.
Accept the friend request. We'll get you in. We'll talk Mando, and then we'll wrap up. But before, let's talk about October.
Please.
Yeah, second year of October. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think like it went smoother, better than last year?
I think it went much smoother. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a little confusion sometimes, but that's par for the course with any kind of these events. You know, there's some people who don't always read the instructions as well as they could, but I think everyone's participation has been like super on point, and we got some really good shots out of it. Of course, we're going to feature more of those like next week while we still getting submissions
in the coming weeks. So, just like in the rules, like you're supposed to submit all your official entries if you want to be considered for prizes to the official email for October at the end of every week. So today is the last day, Saturday, but you have until tomorrow to submit your stuff, your week-long stuff, since we've done every submission Sunday for the whole event. But there are a lot of people even outside of outside of the email and like the official prize consideration. Like the hashtag really blew up on Instagram and stuff like that. Like not only October_A.C.B.A, but October in general. I saw a lot of people using the tag. A lot of great shots this year, for sure. I think a lot of people really found their footing this year in terms of like getting a schedule going for how they're when they shoot their figures, when they post them, obviously when they post them, but like a good schedule for when they shoot them. A lot of people were shooting some like 2 a day or 3 a day, and then like taking a break and stuff. Whatever you needed to keep like your juices running. Like if you wanted to do it like hard mode, you could just just shoot your photo every day and then post it every day, which is what I did last year, and I genuinely don't suggest that.
Yeah, you got to bank them up a little bit.
Yeah, it's rough, but like but I will say it was super rewarding to wake up and then be at work all day and think about you know your theme and stuff like that, and then go home and shoot it and then post it before midnight. It was really great. But it was like a little burnout. Big shout out to a couple of guys like Cap Lives did every single day. I want to say I say Finn. I think Finn did every single day. Brandon did every single day. Simon too. Maybe this year again did every single day. A lot of great people.
I think you forgot one. Special shout out to a great guy, father, hard worker, fellow admin, Al Chang for doing one day.
So good.
Shout out to you, Al. You're a real man.
Al and I both did one day, and that was the first day.
It was the first day.
Yep. I remember.
Wait, what?
I did the first day, and like I was ready to slip back into that mode of like I got home from work and I was like tight. I actually made my first day picture was like a Rita Repulsa figure, and I made like her garbage like dump thing, like the most like crude representation of what her dumpster looked like. And I made it at work, and then it was curing in my car on the way home. I had all the windows down and shit. And like I got home, like I shot it, and my wife is like, yo, please come to dinner. Like I want to eat. And then I posted it, and then I was like, you know what? Not this year. So, but
one and done, huh?
Yeah, for me, I think it was a lot funner this year to like really step back and then just like watch everything unfold. It was super great. I really enjoyed it, and I liked all the participation this year. I like the themes, like that, like the whole admin team got together and we knocked out the themes relatively fast, and it was really cool. We had a lot of cool suggestions and stuff like that, and yeah, I think this is like super fun. I get a lot of DMs and stuff and people saying comments that October is quickly becoming one of their favorite events that we do, and I think we're in it for the long haul, man. It's like a really fun and like and like by design a stress-free type of event that if you want to pick and choose some themes that you want to do, you can just knock them out, and then it's just like a super low stress. Everybody's invited. There's no entry fee for any of the prizes. All you have to do is send an email, and
it's just an hour-long shower for guys.
Exactly. And I think we'll definitely be back next year for the third iteration of October. Do you have anything to say about it, Boog? Anything you want to tack on?
I think it was a huge success. Am I muted? Oh no, I'm sorry. I think it was a huge success. I think I saw a lot of wonderful photos. I did about 14 days maybe.
Hell yeah.
But now that you're saying that we have until tomorrow, maybe I'll catch up on it, like 5 or 6 and shoot 5 or 6 different things that I had that I was thinking about.
Yeah,
actually, when I was cleaning up my my stuff today, I found a few props that I wanted to use for different stuff. So I may spend tomorrow just shooting some stuff. But yeah, I thought it was great, man. It was a lot of really cool pictures that I want to feature on Instagram in the next couple of weeks after we pick winners and stuff too. It was just so many great pictures that came out of this event. So
yeah,
thanks everybody for participating. There was a lot of international participation as well.
Absolutely.
So thanks to everybody who was outside of the states that participated. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing who's gonna come out on top. I mean, I saw some amazing things that it's gonna be difficult to pick winners for sure. For
yeah,
sure.
we got a couple people in the chat too who actually did every day. We got Pennington 54 did every day. Captain did every day. Captain McKay, I'm sorry, George Meza, who is Duck 1417, did every day, and that's coming from Michael Wisman, who was in the chat as well, and he did 9 days this year.
Yeah, Wisman, he said last year he was able to do 7. This year he was able to do 9. That's great
That's right.
too. Like if you can just grind out a little bit more every year, we'll be doing these until we're like 90 years old, probably.
Yeah, clearly.
And shout out to Classy Bowser as well. He said he did every day as well. So
Classy Bowser, that's what I was missing.
yeah, and like these themes are like we pull these themes not only do we like we suggest new themes every year, but a lot of these themes are pulled from past events, and it's a what do you call it? It's a good like training session to get yourself acquainted for world tournament level themes that we've done in the past, and photo combat level themes that we've done in the past. And if you just want to knock one of these out outside of the October event just for fun, absolutely go for it, dude.
Just for funsies?
Just for funsies, man. Like I think in November I'm gonna knock out some of these for fun too, because I've definitely had ideas for these, but I just didn't have the time to sit down and put a display together.
Yeah, for sure. It really makes you think about how much you think about trying to do shit when you don't have something laid out for you. You know what I'm saying? When you actually have a theme laid out for you, it's kind of a stress reliever. It's kind of because when you don't have anything, you're just sitting around and you're looking at all of these figures that you have around, trying to figure out what you want to do. That's time consuming. But when you actually have a target and you got to stick to that, it's funner to me.
Yeah.
A couple more shout outs in the comments here. Darth Clueless did 15. A1 Groundwalker did 15. McDoog was able to pull off every day this year and last year.
Oh, sick.
96 Vito's able to get 6 done. No shame at all.
If you could do 17, then that's good. If you got more than half the month done, then that's pretty fucking good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And Michael like Boog prepped. He went for it each day.
Yeah.
Full set.
I think that's like, for me personally, I think that's like such a like high risk but also high reward way to do this, just going in fresh every day, because like it really gets you like thinking on your feet. I think that's like like I said, it's very stressful, but like it's double the reward for sure. And Boog, like
Cerrone game 7 last one, sorry.
Hell yeah. And Boog, like you said, we're gonna pick. We had like a bunch of like crazy incredible entries this year. And it's going to be very difficult to pick based on just how well the photo is. But don't forget, a big part of October is like the random element. And we'll pick like a random day. And then if you participated that day and send us an email for that day, you have a chance to win too. And that won't be based off of how well your photo is technically, right. Just if you simply participated in the event. So it's a great incentive to try and do every day, because the more days you do every year, the bigger chance you have to be entered and to win something just simply for participating. So,
all right, let's move into this Mandalorian discussion so we can wrap things up here at the top of the hour.
Final spoiler warning in the chat real quick. Just a final spoiler. We're going to be getting into some Mandalorians.
Yeah, I got a spoiler warning up right now.
Yo, look at Danny in the club.
Never
right
seen
now.
it.
Hell yeah.
Danny is in
over there.
That's the scene from The Office right there where Danny's at Girls Gone Wild.
Exactly.
No, he's
my party in
my kitchen.
Sick. So you like getting down when you're making quesadillas? It's fucking awesome.
So I think Danny's one of the most mentioned names on this podcast, because Boog constantly mentions you for all kinds of stuff.
Hell yeah. Local celeb.
Time he said, "My man Danny," we'd be rich.
Yeah.
That is my man Danny.
That's right.
The episode you want to lead the discussion here, since you are our resident Star Wars expert right now?
Sure, not a problem. Before we get started, can we talk about the Tontive, if you guys didn't talk about it already?
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Toy stuff, and then we'll move into the Mando episode.
Sure. No problem. I want to talk about that.
But let me pull it up.
It's on Toy Arc. It's on the for sure.
Under Star Wars Toy News, I would imagine, right?
Yep.
There we are.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, we had a post up on our Instagram too. I actually did.
You mentioned it in your MTIT.
Yeah, let me try to find that then. There we are. So it's a little video presentation.
Whoa.
Oh, remember the best part of the best Star Wars movie?
Basically.
All right, so this thing's going to be open pre-order, I think, until mid-December or November, and it's $180. Shout out to John Papa Sergio because he emailed them and said, "Hey, if I buy 2 of these things, will they connect together and make the whole hallway for like
You
one of
know
those
what?
style shots?" And they said yes.
Wow.
I think the answer to this should have
Damn.
been
Why didn't they market that? Why wouldn't you market it that way?
I mean,
I fully agree with you, but
when I saw that, that was the first thing I thought about, and I totally forgot to bring that up when I was talking about it in a video. I was actually just going to try to buy 2 and just say fuck it and see what happens. But I'm glad that you actually confirmed that you mentioned that.
yeah, this looks
That's awesome.
So yeah, I think this is their first year with the license. Obviously, if you've kind of found out last year at SCCC that this was going to happen, and they're doing a vintage collection. Now they're doing it in 6-inch scale, which I think is great.
Just to piggyback on what you just said about us finding out last year, was it last year or the year before?
It was last year because then they made them pull everything. They basically told them you have to sell out of everything you have. I'm not 100% confirming that, but it seems to be the case as their inventory levels in 2020.
Yeah, when I walked through their booth at STCC, it was basically attached to the Hasbro booth. Like it was like they were together, but they were still kind of tight-lipped about it. And I had talked with the main guy or whatever. That was my first time actually meeting him in person, although we had correspondence for as long as they've been doing this, because they've actually given us prizes and stuff for some of our competitions. We got a pretty good relationship with them. And I was asking him if they were going to be officially releasing stuff under Hasbro, and he was like, not confirming or denying, basically. So yeah, I was just like, oh, all right, I guess they're really about to ink some type of deal or whatever. And yeah, they had all of their stuff set up though. They had the Space Wall set up, and all of Hasbro's figures and stuff were on their dioramas and what have you. So great, man. So yeah, this is their first official product under Hasbro, I guess, right?
And we also won't have to use flashlights behind it. This thing has over, I believe it's at 100 LEDs.
oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, it has LEDs in it. I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm. I think it really justifies the $180 price point for sure.
No doubt. No, $180 for Dio is not bad, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I said in the video. I was like, you know what? 9 times out of 10, if you get a diorama from one of these guys that's really doing their thing, that's renowned, you're gonna pay at least $300, $300 to $400, $500 or whatever.
It's funny you say that. One of the heads of our Dio structure, really the head of Dio structure, Al Figures. He said many times, when NECA was doing their little their street or whatever it was, he's like, you can never contract me or anyone to ever make you something at that price.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it's the same with this. Nobody is gonna make you that at the price that they're selling it at. The reality is that these people are artists and their time is worth much more than what these guys have to do. These guys, they have a factory. The other people are making them by hand. It's just never gonna equal out.
And just to kind of piggyback as well, that NECA set, they're talking about also doing a sewer layer for the Ninja Turtles, right? And they're gonna try to make it so that the sewer layer actually connects to the bottom of the street scene Dio, so that pegs it.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So that kind of stuff is way more doable when you have like a factory and mass manufacturing behind it. A handmade Dio, is always gonna run you more.
Yeah, I can't have Al Figures make me a fucking street Dio and then be like, hey, that street Dio you made me 2 years ago? I need you to make a sewer layer that connects directly to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So, good luck.
I mean, this is great.
Yeah, this looks good.
It's just kind of funny that
have any more?
I understand that this is being released as a GTP Toys thing. It just seems weird to me that even though it's a licensed thing, they wouldn't just kind of do like what Hasbro does with Gentle Giant. It's like everything is made by Gentle Giant, but it's sold as a Hasbro product, right? It seems to me like this is the same kind of thing where it should be like a GTP Toys like creation, but just sold through Hasbro. But no, it's just being sold through them.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because there's a lot of things that go around that way with Transformers. I don't know if you ever saw that like giant Megatron and that giant Optimus Prime. they're absolutely not made by Hasbro, but they have the Hasbro logo all over the box and all over the promotional pictures. Either way, you know.
Those are actually the only Transformers I want. Strangely enough, those big 18-inch. Toys Alliance. Yeah.
They're so sick. You have them, right, Boog? All right. Thanks,
Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I'm taking a call. One second. Sorry.
Now, they're cool. Just they don't transform or anything, but like, if I want Transformers in my collection, I'd kind of want them to be relatively to scale with the rest of my 6-inch figures.
Yeah, they're a great scale. They're really well articulated. The detail is fantastic. The quality's good.
Lights, all that stuff, dude.
Yeah, they have good function. Like good functions like that. You know, it's sick, man.
Aren't the fingers individually articulated too?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, really dope. But this Tantive, I think this is kind of.
I think this is the start of something really good.
What was you asking, Fabio? My bad.
Do you have those big 18-inch Transformers, the electronic ones?
Oh no, I didn't get any of those.
Okay, yeah, I want those.
Yeah, those are sick, man.
Okay, so that's
Danny, you getting this or what? You getting one?
For sure.
2?
No.
Come on, Danny. Just dig into Sam's college fund a little bit and get a second one.
Yeah, no.
Take a gap year.
Kendall's laughing because Kendall knows my wife. That is not happening.
So this looks very good, though. This looks very good. I'm on board for 1 for sure. I don't know. 2 seems like
talking about
We talk about Spaceballs yet?
We did talk about the Spaceballs. I wanted to get into the Razor Crest now because they had another update and they showed like a painted prototype and
6 updates.
We were combing through the desert while you were gone.
Incredible.
Right.
We ain't found shit.
Where is the fully painted guy? Well, I guess Diamond Select has Star Wars now too. We can.
I think they may have the video on their Instagram on Hasbro Pulse with the fully painted.
I need to just go there first, honestly.
A1 is saying in the chat that he thinks GTP is partnered with Star Wars, not Hasbro. I don't know if you guys said Hasbro earlier.
Well, I think it's both, right? Because Hasbro has the master Star Wars toy license. So I'm guessing
that can't be true because they're at the Hasbro booth.
Oh, okay.
All right, that can't be the case.
I think it's like one of those things that's how they got the license.
Oh.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you're going to give us a cut.
Sorry, I hate to backtrack, but did you guys? Do any of you guys have the original Spaceballs or no?
I don't.
Yeah, I have them. I got a bunch of them.
Yeah, they're great. I really like them.
I like them too. They're really good. Yeah, I got a bunch of them though.
Big shout out to those guys. Those are the guys. That was the first company that ever sent me a review sample after I just asked. I couldn't even believe it.
I was saying while you were going, they've hooked us up with a bunch of shit. They've hooked me up personally with shit too. But they've hooked up A.C.B.A. for for contest prizes and stuff to give away or whatever. And I've spent quite a bit of my own money with them though.
Absolutely.
Just
Likewise.
because they've been really cool. So yeah, I will be at least getting one half of this of the what is
Tantive.
it? How you pronounce it?
Tantive.
Tantive IV. Very easy to remember.
4.
Does it come in sections? What's going on?
Yeah,
it is modular. It's 100% modular.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because here you can kind of see it. There's like a bend. They found a way to like make a bend for it here.
Oh, cool.
Just around the river, huh?
That's it.
Yeah. And then I think the other thing I wanted to just show was the Razor Crest. As we transition into our Mando talk, and there were some 6-inch reveals as well we can get into. In particular,
this thing
they revealed the fully painted vintage series Razor Crest, and also they revealed 2 more tiers, right?
Yeah, tiers 4 and 5.
God damn it, I was doing wrong. They have a new stand that you can put your little Razor Crest on. Very, very cool.
Very nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, just sit on the floor. I wish they kind of gave you an option to put it up right instead of like at an angle like this, but I'm not buying it, so I don't care. Then also added this Jawa, off-world Jawa Elder. In fact, it comes with the Rhino egg that they break up in that episode. What do they say? They say something.
How does this
Utini, baby.
How does this differ from the Jawa that they've already put out in the vintage series?
Well, you see,
Anybody
this is
know?
an elder.
So
Yeah.
he's the necklace, gets the egg, and then he gets the machete.
Hell yeah, it's all about the eggs, baby.
Mhm.
But they've already put out Jawas like this from the
In the
show.
vintage collection?
Yeah.
No, they're just
Asking.
regular Jawas. So it's not like this is the first branded Mandalorian Jawa in 3 3/4, I believe.
But what would be different about this one from the one that they've already put out, though?
So it's
Because
got the
I'm asking is-
necklace.
But it's the same design, though, for the most part.
No, it's the off-world Jawa.
So it's slightly darker color, like the jumpsuit, and it has the necklace. That's pretty much the basic differences.
Got you.
Like you're asking what's different between this and the original Jawas, like from regular Star Wars, not Mandalorian.
Right. Well, the toy mostly, but yeah, the toy is based on the show or the movie. So yes.
Well, this is more like a gray brown, and then the classic Jawas are more like brown. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Huge difference.
Now I know exactly what it feels like when I explain to people what the Dragon Ball SH Figure Arts con exclusive differences are. It's incredible.
Right.
So
I
this
love
Goku-
being a part of this.
So this Goku has a smiling face that's exclusive to this pack, and
Yeah, this Broly
The
is
orange-
from movie 8, and this one is from movie 10, and then
the
this one
orange-
is from movie
the
11.
orange looks a little more manga based, and the symbol on his back and on his chest is
I don't
representative
think-
of
So what's the
The
two
base-
tiers? The base is the first tier that they revealed, and the Jawa is the next one.
It's the
Correct.
fourth tier that they've unlocked.
I think
But
you'll
it
get the
was,
fourth tier.
14K and 15K.
Yeah.
15 and 17.
Oh, 15 and 17.
Yeah, I don't think the Jawa was going to happen. I think the stand will realistically happen. I don't think the Jawa is going to happen.
Why, you don't think they're going to hit 17?
No.
Where they at right now?
13 and change.
Really?
How much longer do they have?
Like a week?
Yeah. I think it's the following Monday.
I mean, I
It's the
feel
night-
like they get a significant push in the last 24 hours, but I don't. 4K, that is a lot.
Yeah.
What
I
did
think their big push was the carbonite chambers.
what did they end with the Sentinels?
Oh, I don't know.
a lot.
A lot.
Well, the Sentinel is also more expensive than this, right?
Yeah, it was the same price.
No, the same price. So I think what might push it
Fabio.
over is like when they eventually open it up to more European markets. I know they've opened it, I believe, up to some European markets, but I don't know like how far.
Did
So
you back
and
it?
not yet.
Thinking about it though, heavily.
If it was 6-inch, I would have backed it already. But we both know that's not going to happen. I don't know. I just don't know if I want to pull the trigger on something 3 3/4.
Yeah,
I mean,
Same.
If I was taking a lot more pictures and like MDS stuff and like had a purpose for this, but in reality, I'd probably open it and throw it on somewhere and it'd just sit there.
Respect.
It's amazing though. You can't deny that.
yeah, fucking nice. I'm on the fence. Like I said, I said in my video that I would wait till after the election and make sure that we're not about to be in a civil war before I decide if I'm going to.
Yeah, I might have to buy a instead of this.
Might have to buy fucking water and batteries instead of a fucking Ridge Crest.
Do you want to move on to the Monday stuff?
Let me just get into the 6-inch figure. That was the last thing I wanted to pull up real quick.
Yeah, the Mando Monday.
Yeah. Where did I put them? This one here. Mando Mondays. Well, I mean, 3 3/4 inch dope. We got more retro collection stuff.
Oh, that's a tall lady.
Yeah.
Rick's gonna climb it.
Yeah.
Hell
No,
yeah. Come on, Gina.
We got Carl Weber. We got IP88. We got Nick Nolte. We got Moff Gideon. I love how they gave him like the vintage style capes too.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
And Baby Yoder.
Yodelers.
Cool stuff. All right, that's the retro
Yeah, that's
collection.
cool.
This is what we really want to talk about because it is cool, and then one
Sold
part
out.
ruins everything. It's a really great deluxe. But I mean, this is clearly the best Mandalorian we've gotten, right? He's got the armor from the end. He's got all the little, the Imperial credits. He's got all the Baby Yoda with the carriage. It floats. Oh, what the?
Oh no!
Fat face
Oh, never mind. I don't want this.
Not
everything
like this.
Not like this.
Oh, come on. Oh,
I think
Pedro. Not Pedro.
honestly, with this set, that pram, there's another 2-inch line. It looks to be almost the same exact sculpt, which you can get for like $15, and you'll actually get a different Baby Yoda, which is almost about the same size, without the stand, but him holding the cup. I'd say the key for this is the best card pieces that you get on the bottom, and then the little tracker.
Yeah, the little key fob, and then the
Now, if this helmet is like carved out for it to slip over, I'd say it's a win, but I'm guessing it's just a head swap.
Yeah, it looks like his head grew inside that helmet and she was shaped like it. Like
The
those
reason he
like those
doesn't take it
Japanese
off,
watermelons.
Yeah.
That's why he never takes it off, man.
He even like the one time in season 1 you see him with his his mask off, he has like facial hair and stuff. So like, what is this? Where is this from?
They just didn't have it in the budget, Fabio. They couldn't afford the mustache. But is that like close to what he looks like in the show? Or...
Hell no.
Okay.
No.
No.
Actor looks like a real life.
You take him out of Game of Thrones, insert face in Mandalorian. It's pretty much the same thing, except he hasn't had his head blown up yet.
Pull up a photo of what this guy's supposed to look like, Fabio, if you don't mind. Just so we can get people like me who have no idea what the fuck's going on.
He's very famous from the show Narcos.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
Yeah, here's
the man trying to take down Fidel.
Oh my god!
Look at how different that looks. It's not even kind of close.
Even right here.
I'd say that's the most accurate.
You know what's funny is that the fact that he never takes off the helmet, he's pretty much always has the helmet on. He would not have a fucking clean shave anyway.
No.
He'd had some full-on beard or some stubble or something.
That's
the
what I'm
only
saying.
time we saw him with his helmet off, he looked like he was gonna fucking die. His face was like
he was bloody, facial hair, But no, not this, dude. I don't know. Let me try to find someone did a really good like high res render of this head sculpt. I don't know if you guys have seen that photo.
Taroni Games Ghost said he looks like Frank the Plumber.
Holy shit.
This is one of those images that just got like sent around like so many places that I don't even know where to find it anymore. But yeah, basically everything you get in this is dope except for the head, honestly.
And the
So no head.
Yeah, and the cape. Yeah, this
So
really
no head.
soft goods cape. All right, there's plenty of people doing that. No shortage of that. And then here's the other thing, which you actually need 2 of. Sorry.
Sorry.
What, are you not a Star Wars fan? You're not going to get 2 of these? Get out of here. Go sell the rest of your collection if you're not going to buy 2 of these.
You know,
you don't want to finish the Star Wars collection.
at my store we have one of those deluxe Mandalorian figures right now, but it's somebody pre-ordered it, which is a smart thing to do. Because
so
if
you're
they
sell a customer that comes and asks for it, right?
Well, no, I'm saying of course we're going to hold it for the allotted 72 hours that the contract says when you pre-order an item from GameStop. But but I know that if I was watching this show, I'd be fiending for this thing, man. And we were talking about it off air, and I revealed to Rick and David Walton and Matthew that I haven't seen this show yet, not because I don't want to. It's just when it came out, I didn't have time to watch it, and then now I'm just getting back into stuff. But I also know in the back of my mind, as soon as I watch this show, I'm gonna want to backtrack and get every single one of these figures, and that's a big reason why I'm not watching this show, because I know I'm gonna want to watch all this. I'm gonna want all this shit.
Please watch the.
I'm looking at this right now, and so you definitely need two of these, like Fabio said. But that means you'll have 2 satchels and 2 extra Baby Yodas in the satchel. But in this first episode, which we're about to get into, you saw Mando with the satchel. Yeah, so might want to actually use that with your Mando on the speeder.
So yeah, I think that's the last of the 6-inch figure reveals, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, most of it is just all Razor Crest stuff. Vintage
I'm
collect.
guessing that we're going to get more as the season goes on.
Yeah, that's probably what they're gonna do. Like with the first season, when the heavy Mandalorian trooper showed up, and then they went up for pre-order like the week after. All right, let's talk.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
What's the difference between what's the differences between the deluxe or the store exclusive Mando that comes with the Baby Yoda, that one right there, and the Beskar Armor Mandalorian single carded? Is there a difference between nothing?
Nothing, except for the extra accessories. The figure's exactly the same, from what I can tell. What's
So you
that?
just get the unmasked head, and you get the Baby Yoda with the pram or whatever you call it. There.
And then you get the Beskar pieces and the tracking fob.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I think the single card doesn't have the Rhino signet, right?
They both do.
They do. Okay, maybe I'm thinking of the SHF one. I know one of these Beskars did not have the Rhino signet.
So it would behoove you to just get the Target or Amazon or whatever exclusive this one is. You don't even need the single card.
Yeah.
If you can find it, yeah.
Target exclusive. All right, I mean,
all right.
I think this is a great package if you're someone who waited, especially because the first Mandalorian figures were so hard to find when the show first dropped. There was so much hype. So if you've been waiting a while to get a Mandalorian, this is probably the Mandalorian to get. Even though, yes, the head sucks. Just don't display him near any human characters in your collection. Only droids. Done.
So no head.
Right?
So no head.
All right, we can actually get into the program now. This Mandalorian program, which just premiered season 2 on Disney Plus on
Spoilers
Friday.
ahead, boys.
Yeah, we're definitely spoiling this. Danny, why don't you lead us off on this? Give us like a little recap, and then.
All right, so season 1, obviously Baby Yoda, the child, comes into the fold, and he is tasked with finding it. And upon finding it, he gets a crate of Beskar, which is a Mandalorian metal used to make their armor. For many generations, that's what they used. It's like the most prestigious thing you could make your armor out of. Following that, he kind of has that remorse of he's not sure what they're going to do to the kid, so he goes back, saves the kid, kind of breaks the bounty hunter guild code, and for the rest of the season, he kind of gets chased with this child by the Empire, who was originally tasked to find it. And then at the end of the season, you have a Moff Gideon, who is the Imperial leader, and for some reason, which we don't know yet, really wants this kid. Then he goes back to his kind of like tribal leader, and who makes his armor, and she tasks him with finding the child's people and the Jedi, and returning it to the Jedi, and or kind of taking him on basically as his son. And they're now a tribe of 2, and that's when he gets his Mudhorn signet. So starting into the second season, the season opens with a scene where Mando walks in to this fighting bar arena looking for information of this guy to try to find other Mandalorians so he can find his way. And they kind of try to double cross him to steal his armor. He ends up, throwing out some cool gadgets and maneuvers, which cuts to a really cool scene where the bad guy kind of runs away. And I found it very kind of like Friday the 13th-ish, where you see the character run and he slowly walks out of the building, wires him up, strings him up. I'm leaving nothing for anybody that hasn't watched this episode already, by the way. And so he strings him up and he says, "Hey, you got to go to Tatooine." And I was like, "Great, another fucking Tatooine episode of Star Wars. Why do we always end up on Tatooine?" So ends up on Tatooine, ends up running into this guy called Cobb Vanth, who is
Advanced refrigeration.
I have no idea. Who's
Poncho's losing it. That's all I needed.
who's
And-
played by Timothy Oliphant, who I'd say is kind of like famously known for The Girl Next Door. Comes to mind at first when I saw him pop up on screen.
Well, I was gonna say he was Justified for many years on FX.
Yeah,
so he's
that's
like
Okay.
always.
he's
the
even
sheriff
called Marshall. He's even
See,
called
I never
Marshall,
seen that
like,
show. Sorry.
Justified.
And then Santa Clarita Diet.
Do you want to share that image that I sent in the chat?
Yeah. This guy here, Mr. Timothy Oliphant.
So he's wearing very familiar armor, which obviously is Boba Fett's by this signet in the top left-hand corner and symbol. And I knew right away that this wasn't Boba Fett, pretty much.
Oh yeah, of course. He looks
Like-
so long and tall and shit.
He looks tall. He's actually the same height as the original actor. I looked that up, but the shoulder pads don't lay the same. If you in Boba Fett and Return of the Jedi, those shoulder pads actually laid flat, these are kind of more like a pauldron looking. They're the same design, obviously, but it's pretty interesting to see how this armor survived the Sarlacc pit. And we don't know what it's made out of yet. If it's made out of Beskar, if it's not, or if it's made out of something else. But it held up pretty good out of that, and we don't know yet how the Jawas got a hold of it, or the history of what happened to him. But these two run along, and they end up. He says, "Hey, you're not a Mandalorian," obviously, because he took off his helmet in front of him, which he didn't even know him, and basically wants the armor back out of respect for his people, and the fact that obviously, again, he's not a Mando. So he says, he'll give him the armor back if they help out the village, like get rid of this giant monster. And along the way, the character, you really get to see the depth of the Mandalorian, because he ends up coming along against these like Tusken Raiders, and you could see he's communicating with them like sign language, and the other guy's just looking at him like, man, these Mandalorian guys are like really legit, and ends up kind of trusting him, and they make a deal with the Tusken Raiders.
A lot of fucking Tusken Raiders, so you already know what that means.
Yeah. So they link up with these Tusken guys and their whole tribe to go kill this Drake, and a lot of the guys end up getting like eaten or lava spit on them, and then you get a little fan service where Mando hits the guy's jetpack, just like what happened to Boba Fett in Return of the Jedi, and he kind of like flies off and randomly, uncontrollably.
Yeah.
And then Mando gets eaten by the monster and blows up the monster basically from the inside. And just like how badass he kind of moves along the way is it's amazing. But
this is
that whole sequence with the jetpacks, and that was very cool and very nicely shot or CGI or whatever the hell they did. This episode looked stunning. It looked amazing.
I think the best part about the whole jetpack sequence is in the season finale of the last season. He gets the jetpack, so like he's using it, but I don't think he's fully using it proficiently. Like if you've watched Star Wars Rebels or even the Clone Wars of where Mandalorians are using jetpacks, it's a lot more like smooth and fluid, and he's still kind of like bobbling around a little bit with it. So I'm sure as the season goes on, that's something we'll definitely see it getting better and more like controlled.
You know what? I actually had a big complaint about the usage of the fucking backpacks this episode, of the jetpack. To my knowledge, you never needed to bend over like this to point the rocket at anyone. It was just like a boom, go to where you were looking at in your fucking scope. Like when he kept bending over to shoot it, it was really weird. It was like it was like something they would have done in the 80s, but they don't do that in any of the, like you just mentioned, on Rebels and on Clone Wars. Whenever they've used it, they just use their scope and it hits where where they were targeting on their scope. They never they never bend over and like blastoise it. Like it was really weird.
Maybe it's because this guy. Maybe it's just because this guy is amateur and he's just thinking that's the way that he's got to do it, or maybe it's not working
I guess that's
properly.
a good way to show that he wasn't meant for that armor.
Right.
I was really worried at the end of the episode he was just going to be like, "You can keep it." Like, man, get the fuck out of here! No.
I do like at the end of the episode though, he's like, I hope our paths will cross again. So either I think three things are going to happen with this armor. I know we haven't talked about the Boba Fett thing yet, so we'll save that. But that could be one. Two, this armor could get melted down for the child, which I think is probably going to happen. Or three, this character is going to get it back.
Yeah, well, to kind of paint the episode with the broad strokes of the premise of it, I think this episode did what the show does really well, which is like those episodic adventures where it's like Mando meets a group of people, they have a problem, he helps them, and then he goes on his way. Like that's the best format for the show, and this was like a really great example of it. And I don't know if anyone played Knights of the Old Republic, but apparently this episode was a big reference to Knights of the Old Republic, because in that game there was specifically a mission where you have to kill, you have to coax a crate dragon out of its cave with a bantha, and obviously that happened in this episode, but didn't work because it ate the Tusken Raider guy instead, and then they ended up having to do the whole explosive subplot and all that stuff. But that was really cool. Is like, if you're a Star Wars fan and you like your fan service, there's a little bit of that here and there in every episode.
It's very Saturday morning cartoon, where it's like you said, there's one dilemma for the episode, and they solve it and you move on and shit. It's not a lot of like cliffhangers and like moving into the next thing, even though it is all still very well connected. But I think that's very satisfying when you have some problem and the problem being solved in one episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. It show, and the solving of the problem is also developing the character. And like Danny said, like throughout the episode, there's like so many instances where you see like the Mandalorian doing really dope Mandalorian things, and other people around him being like, "Damn, that's badass."
Yeah, and in the chat, we have a lot of people saying that they do bend over. That's fucking whack, bro.
Yeah. Action figure expert says Jango Fett bent over in Attack of the Clones to fire his rocket.
Yeah,
that's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's correct, but it's fucking whack. With all
I think it's happened both ways.
And all
it's
the
accurate,
shit
but I don't want it to be accurate. Okay.
Yeah, that's fucking whack, bro. That sucks.
Well, it makes the missile more accurate.
They literally bend over like I
they just kind of hunch.
Yeah, they like hunch over like, aha, take this. Like that fucking sucks.
You had to bend over on the action figure to use it too. So what's the problem?
Oh, who are bending over action figures now?
Well, I would come back and they would all be posed bent over. You know how it is.
That's what I was going to say about the Tusken Raiders. We saw a hella lot of Tusken Raiders in this episode. So you already know, as far as like A.C.B.A. goes, the price of Tusken Raiders is about to fucking go up. A lot of people.
You need at least. They're already expensive. They're already like $50-$60 a piece.
Yeah, I actually only have 2 of them so far.
Yeah, that's tough because you need 5 to 6 now.
Yeah, you need 10 now.
Yeah, that was cool. I like those scenes where it's, just them at the campfire and just they're doing their cool stuff, and Mando is like brokering the peace between these two, the Tusken Raiders or raiders, but the people are having a hard time collaborating with them because they've raided their village. So he's able to broker this truce between them. All that stuff works really well. And in the opening scene too, the mobster guy that Mandalorian strings up is played by John Leguizamo, which I thought was kind of funny.
Wow, was he drunk on set?
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that. That's funny.
Yeah, you know what? I had to peep Emergency Awesome to realize that was because his voice sounded so familiar, and I was like, "Damn!"
Yeah, it sounded.
I thought it was John Favreau for a minute.
It didn't sound like he was doing like a John Leguizamo voice, though. It sounded like a new voice, but it definitely sounded like him. So it was hard to tell. Like he didn't have any accent of any kind,
They said that they fucked with his voice, though. They said that they did something to alter his voice still, though.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ran it through some software or something, too.
I mean, John Leguizamo's a great voice actor.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great fucking actor, period, yeah.
Man, I liked that, and then him using the Boba Fett armor I thought was kind of fun because like obviously it's so ill fitting and everything. So to see the contrast of like somebody who just kind of found the armor but was still able to like effectively defend this town with it, and that's how he became Marshal.
Want to point out the fact, like looking at him in the armor, right? You can see all the places, even if you look at like images of Boba Fett and other Mandalorians, how much armor is there and how much armor really isn't there.
Yeah,
and like it just shows how well of warriors they really are.
Yeah, and he also looked like Woody wearing Buzz's armor. He looks like a fucking doofus.
I like that one. I like that one scene where he comes back when he first gets the armor, and they shoot him, and he realizes that the armor is some real fucking good armor and shit too. Like I like that one moment that he thought about that because he was really exposed and shit. It wasn't like he's the greatest gunslinger, or you know what I'm saying, but
he's a bitch. He ran away at first.
True. Well, those who run away live to fight another day.
Running away from execution. I don't think running away from an execution makes you a coward. they were just opening fire on people in the thing, and then he had to escape to save his friend, and then came back. So yeah, I liked the sheriff character. Like I thought he was gonna be like some sleazy dude, kind of like that that young bounty hunter from season 1 that everybody ended up hating. I think he died at the end.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah,
when he took the helmet.
Sorry. Killed, didn't he?
Yeah, he got killed by Ming-Na Wen, whatever her character was.
I love you, Ming-Na Wen.
Right.
So when he first takes off his helmet and he sits down in the chair, for like a split second, I'm like, hold on, did they like de-age Pierce Brosnan?
He does look like Pierce Brosnan for sure.
Yeah. I couldn't place him at first too. I was like, damn, that guy looks real familiar. Who is that?
Dude. You know who else he played? He was Agent 47 in the first Hitman movie.
Oh shit! Yeah, that is him. Holy cow!
Yeah, dude. They had him all bald and everything. That was the one with with Olga Kurilenko and all that. Good movie. I love him.
Do we want to move on to the ending scene of the episode, or?
Yeah,
we gotta wrap it.
Yeah, we'll wrap up. But to kind of finish it up, Mando and Cobb Vanth of Vanth Refrigeration finish their quest, and they help the villagers, and they broker this peace. And as promised, he lets Mando leave with the Boba Fett armor. And as the two of them, ride away into the sunset, we get this shot of somebody looking down at them on a cliff with the twin suns in the background. He turns around, and it is Temuera Morrison playing presumably Boba Fett, looking all like haggard and battle damaged and stuff. I'm gonna look him up right now. What do you think about this reveal? Is this been a long time coming?
Well, it's been rumored for months, and I wasn't sure if he was gonna play Rex, or Boba Fett, only because people said that Rosario Dawson is supposed to play Ahsoka in this series. So they wouldn't be. I don't know. I can say that Star Wars Coffee, which is a pretty reliable source for where they get their information, has confirmed that it was posted in some random countries, I believe, Disney Plus thing that somebody asked about Rosario Dawson, and they're like, "Yeah, she's playing Ahsoka Tano," and so it's been officially leaked.
Yeah, the rumor is that, and then that Sasha Banks of WWE is playing Sabine Wren.
Oh, terrible.
But
bro, don't you dare talk about
I've actually heard also the rumor is that he's playing Rex and Boba Fett. So Rex could still show up later this season.
Yeah, he could be all of them if he gets the makeup right and the hair right. He could be all of them.
Oh, he technically is all of them,
he is all of them, but he could play all of them.
We'll have to we'll table that Sasha Banks thing for another time, but
yeah, for sure. This Boba Fett
watch wrestling, Danny.
Yes.
Okay, well, then you're good.
You have taste and wealth. I mean,
although it doesn't really make sense. She should be. That age doesn't really work out.
No. Why not?
I would say age works out fine, but I also think that the girl that is the voice actor for her fits the bill perfectly.
Oh, Sabine, gotcha.
Yeah. Sabine.
And she was on Off the Boat.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go right now to look right now.
But either way, she is.
If she's a light skin, you can't do it.
No, she's Middle Eastern.
No, okay. Yeah, she could have just been Sabine. Yeah, she could have just been Sabine looking at her now, but she looks really
So,
young.
yeah, to get back into this thing, because we're trying to wrap up this and not really speculate too much on other. Boba Fett. Is this Boba Fett or is this someone else? Is this just a dude just watching them? What's he been doing on Tatooine this whole time? Why is he got Tusken Raider weapons? Like, what's the story here?
Yeah,
I just hope that it doesn't derail this show to the fact where Boba Fett is such a iconic, mysterious character who has had maybe 3 lines in the whole main saga to, have this just empowering, even merchandising and retail force behind him. Doesn't just completely be like, all right, we just want to see Boba Fett now.
Yeah, but now you're arguing against like everybody's complaint about Boba Fett. Like everybody hates that he has nothing.
Correct.
He's this.
I'm just hoping that the fan demand doesn't overtake what we're.
So you're thinking this might become the Boba Fett show?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I just hope it's kind of like a. I've also seen and heard that this show is gonna have his Din Djarin story amongst other Mandalorians stories as well.
Mm-hmm.
That was the rumor because of the Pedro Pascal like whining and complaining about being in the suit, and they're like, "Well, we can take the show in this direction." And
that was never confirmed by anybody with any validity.
Correct, and I'm not.
I just want to note that nobody has ever confirmed anything like that of any like real validity. It's never reported that.
Correct.
Everybody keeps speculating, like saying that happened, but like there's really no proof it ever did. I just don't think he would. Like you know what you're getting into, kind of thing. I just don't imagine that actually occurred.
I think if it did happen, it was probably more like the Robert Downey way of being like, "Hey, can you show like a cut of inside the thing?" I'm guessing maybe if that were the case, and if that did really happen, was probably the angle that he was probably trying to take. Maybe potentially, who knows?
Yeah, which isn't a bad way to go. Where like you see him looking through the visor and you see his face inside the visor. It's not a bad way to go. If you still want to balance showing him and him not taking off the helmet, it's not a bad way to go.
So also, just to be clear, we.
I was going to say also, there's no way that the Sasha Banks age works. She's younger than me. She's 26.
Really? I thought she was a lot older than that.
No, she's really young, so it really doesn't work out for her to be Sabine.
No, but it does work out for this to be Boba Fett, because Boba Fett was a child in Attack of the Clones. So if Anakin, made it through the fall of the Empire, and this isn't too long after the fall of the Empire, and Anakin is technically older, kept alive.
I think that put him roughly about 40, 45.
He's probably like let's say
he's unaltered.
Let's say Boba Fett is like 5 years older than Luke Skywalker.
I'd say that's fair.
Yeah. So, I think that the timing works out. And it worked out great for the actor, too, because he's basically, like, aged into the role. He's aged. He had his son in Attack of the Clones, and that's the first time we saw him as Jango Fett. And now he's aged enough to become his son. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. That's what I was about to ask about the whole clone thing. So we were to assume that they're all the same. They all have the same face, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So all the clones have the same face, but Boba Fett was like the only clone that wasn't like altered to age faster. So he actually grew up, aging normally.
Normally, okay, right, okay, but he would still be pretty much the same.
Yeah. And
look as his dad, basically.
He's got this big scar across the face, and you're right though, Danny. Like merchandising alone on Boba Fett, like a new look of Boba Fett, not the same one we've had for 40 years, is like huge.
Yeah, that's pretty big. I mean, that's the name of the game with Star Wars. I mean, that's what they've been selling more than anything. It's fucking toys, Well,
I mean, it's almost the same thing with anything, even Marvel, right? From Iron Man, you had Mark 1 and all the way to 70 something in the final Infinity War. But what I'm saying with Boba Fett, it's like you see it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's on everything. So it's like, it's almost like, I don't want to say recreating Cap Shield, which has been done, but either they're going to have to give him the armor back in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And maybe, and you get like, I don't want to say Mark II, but, old man Boba Fett. Or who knows, he might not even want it. Like, why doesn't he have it now?
And we don't even know if he's like really a Mandalorian. You know, he has Mandalorian armor, but is he like?
He's not. We know he's not.
No, we know he's not.
No.
He's not a
Yeah,
Mandalorian.
we know that.
All right.
He's basically just like Din. You know, where he's
Well, yeah,
just,
but he wasn't a foundling either.
No. Yeah, so he's even less than that, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody will hose me later in the comments if I'm not 100% accurate on this, but his father was, obviously the elite bounty hunter Django, who I don't want to say stole the armor originally from somebody. He might have taken it off a body of a Mandalorian that he killed, and that's how they got that set. And this set is his father's set, just redone over and painted.
Right.
So, while you do see it, if you can go back to that other photo of, this one here. So, Sabine in Rebels, every season she's repainted her armor. Like underneath this does kind of look like Beskar. Maybe it possibly could be. So it could be that's part of the reason why he didn't get shot through. And over centuries it gets passed down through families, and they do repaint it, to their own kind of like samurai way.
Right.
So it could go back to him. He could be like, no, fuck you. You're not a Mando either. You're not getting it. It could be this big battle struggle, and I think maybe. Yeah. That's who knows. The one thing I hope that doesn't happen to this character after 30 plus years of everybody wanting to see him, get out of the pit or whatever, to get shot in this next episode and die right away.
That's what I was going to say. Is
Dave Filoni would be trolling everybody if that.
They're in a very rare position to actually make Boba Fett a badass because, he looked cool in the original movies, but he kind of went out like a bitch, and the legacy, the mystique of Boba Fett is way bigger than anything he ever did in the actual movies. So they're in a very rare position to actually correct that and not even redo what they did with Captain Phasma, where same thing. She looked badass, got killed immediately. They have a chance to really do something cool with Boba Fett and make him live up to that legacy. So I hope they do.
I don't even think we're gonna see Boba in the next episode. I think they probably will skip over.
You could be right. You could skip over to the Ahsoka. He could be the mid-season finale, almost villain of the week, and then you get back into the Imperial shit all over again.
I mean, there's a lot of...
we still got what's her name's character that's going to be the overarching villain throughout the season or whatever.
Carlo Esposito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, real interesting, real exciting first episode. A lot of potential for toys. How long after did we get midway through the first season of The Mandalorian when they started hitting us with all the merchandise? When we already knew there were going to be Star Wars Black Series figures, or was
I think it was the third episode. So to back up what Pancho said earlier, so the day after, pretty much, of the episode where you see the heavy trooper, you got images right away on I don't want to think it's Pulse, but of it online, maybe another week or two after it was in store.
Yeah, they kind of kept the reveal.
It was super quick,
concurrent with it. Every time a new thing got revealed on the show, Cara Dune went up for pre-order. Heavy Trooper went up for pre-order.
Man, that's this is better than when we were actually kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And some shit came on Ninja Turtles or whatever. You would wait mad long for that toy to show up in stores, man.
Even the Mando himself, because the first release was the brown, original armor, and then he got the Beskar suit, and everyone's like, all right, where's that figure? And then it got, shown.
Yeah, and that shit came pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so I hope they don't go changing up Mando's armor midway through this season or whatever. I hope he sticks with the Beskar. I think it looks good. And
you'll for sure get a slime-covered variant based on this episode.
Carbonized.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah. We gotta wrap this up. We gotta get out of here. We've been going for how long right now? 3 hours?
Longer than we intended. No, we've been good actually. 2.5.
All right, cool. All right, Danny, thank you for joining us, brother. Thank you for coming on. We gotta get you back on.
Thanks, dude.
As we go through these episodes. Thanks everybody for hanging out in the chat. If you listening or viewing this on the day after, then hopefully it's getting you through your workday or whatever's going on with your week. And yeah, man, thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, hit the bell down there. And until next time, peace.
See ya. That was fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, dude. I also want to say, yeah, that, like, I think this